All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Let's see. Do we have everyone? I said everyone, but we have.
Sorry for being late.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was running a couple minutes late myself. Had a
Andy's
love.
here too. He just stepped away.
Who is?
Andy.
Oh yeah. I see his camera. All right. So welcome back, everyone. See, out of game announcements, real quick. If you are a person who likes to game master, hit my profile and start playing. I'm doing seminars this month. Jump in there. They're free. Start Playing is sponsoring these seminars for DMs. You don't have to be a Start Playing DM. And it's not like my seminar has nothing to do with paid DMing. So it's just good player handling advice. And so I would encourage any of you that are available and or able to sign up for one of those. If for some reason it looks like the 2:00 in the afternoon one may fill, it's because it's a lot of Start Playing DMs, I think, who work evenings. But if for some reason, if that's the only one that you can make, and if it fills up, let me know and we'll sneak you in the back, and we'll make it happen. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got. For the stream, or for those who watch the stream, or after the fact, if whoever's watching the stream, if anybody chooses to watch the stream, you'll notice that the stream looks a little different tonight. That's because I am rearranging my office and my laptop is not here. And normally I stream the player view from my laptop. So instead, today, I'm going to be streaming the DM view. Which means those of you in game can cheat. And
Hell
just
yeah.
go to the DM view and see what's going on. Or
you're going to have some extra viewers today.
Alternatively, I can extend
Alternatively,
I can extend my Fantasy Grounds window to the screen on the right and keep all the important stuff over there. Perhaps I'll just do that instead.
Well, you can't threaten us in the main chat channel.
Threaten.
Right. Yeah.
Tease is the word. I teased it. And then I taunted, and then I took it away. I just, yeah. All right. Yeah, so when we last met, you had made your way into the Feywild, and you learned quite rapidly that, much like the Sword Coast of the Forgotten Realms, you learned that things had changed dramatically. The Feywild historically has been a place of somewhat balance between the Seelie Fey and the Unseelie Fey, the light and the dark. It'd be a stretch to say the good and the evil, because both the Seelie and Unseelie Fey have their good and bad characteristics, but mainly the Seelie Fey are those that tend to be occasionally helpful and less often destructive to mortals, to folks from the prime material plane. Whereas the Seelie Fey tend to be a little more nefarious, which you discovered pretty much quite readily when arriving, because in addition to being chased by the evil treant that you brought upon yourselves,
the second evil treant that we can escape.
Fair.
Right.
You found yourselves in the company of some red caps, and just when all was lost, show the mugs, guys. Can I have a volunteer share their that would be willing to let me put you on stream? And
Yeah,
if not, that's okay. All right. Let's do this. Let me bring focus Corey, and then pop out, and there it goes. All right, Corey, let's see that that mug. What are we looking at there? Let me make it a little bigger here on the.
Oh no, green screen.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm working on it here. There. Oh, I got to unlock. You got to unlock the elements, otherwise you can't resize them. All right, archers, focus fire on the anus. I have merchandise of it. Mostly I use the merchandise site to thank you, Corey. For promotional materials, like when I go to conventions and whatnot. But occasionally one of my players will buy something. I want you all to know I've sold 5 of those mugs.
Yes.
I haven't sold 5. I haven't sold 5 of everything else combined. I sold 5 of those fucking mugs. So thank you? Question mark.
So this will eventually pay for itself. This game will eventually.
At $3 a pop, it sure will. It'll only take a couple thousand years. All right, so yeah, where are we? There we are. Sorry, I just got to configure Windows because my Windows get them in the right places on account of laptop rearranging the office. All right, rescued. Well, rescued might be a strong word because I'm sure Lunala would have found a way to at least her and her pets survive. But the rest of you were rescued by the Quiver of Titania, a group of elven archers led by the inestimable she whose name escapes me at this exact moment, but it was a really cool name and I was really proud of it, so I'm gonna find it.
Alisara?
The anus hag?
No, not the Annis hag. Elisara.
Lady
Elisara.
Elsara.
Lady
Yeah.
Elisara, yeah. Lady Elisara. She showed up and assisted with the dispatch of the last of the Red Caps. She and her elven archers, who then fired at the Annis hag. And anyway, they said, yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. It's going to get real messy real fast. They'll be back. They will be back and in greater numbers, much like Obi-Wan said to Luke regarding the Sand People. And so you headed toward what she described as the palace. Along the way, she explained to you that the Feywild, as it is currently, is not the Feywild of yore, of the balance between the Seelie and unseelie Fey, of the delicate dance between the light and the dark. No, the dark has overcome the light, and Queen Titania has gone into hiding. The Seelie Fey, the unseelie Fey, ostensibly control the Feywild. I think that's where we left off.
And then we just had 3 long rests or
No,
something
but
like
you
that.
had a long rest. You do have a long rest.
Oh, are we getting the long rest now? Okay.
Yes.
It was 3 levels. It was 3 levels.
You
One
do-
long rest, 3 levels.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys think, yeah. Oh, by the way, this is not our first session of the month, but happy birthday to me. Everybody gets a Demon Inspiration.
Woo.
Yay.
I'll take it.
I'm sorry. A
Give
heroic.
yourself give yourself inspiration too.
All right. I do think when I switch to the 2024 rule set, I think I am going to have one house rule, and I think it is going to be the thing that I've talked about for some time, which is player inspiration, where I get 1 player inspiration each month that I can use for a reroll.
I think we should give Bob a player inspiration for his birthday.
I agree.
I feel like that's
Sure,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys know my position on group decisions. It's got to be unanimous and enthusiastic. So
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
all in favor, and let me hear an enthusiastic aye if you're in favor,
I
Aye.
do.
and let me hear a fuck you, Bob, if you're not. All right. Yeah, the enthusiastic guys. All right, I will. And There was no stipulation that I have to use it tonight. So,
No.
though I will.
We
Very
just got to
likely.
make sure one of us hangs on to the
And how
inspiration
how
to
else
counteract his.
PK?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I think that'll be, thank you, because I hadn't thought about that, Blake, but that will be the house rule. That will be the house rule. Not only can I get a player inspiration, but it cannot be negated with a heroic inspiration.
That's fair.
That's
So,
fair.
And everybody blame Blake. Okay. But you are
I'm
able
used.
to get,
I'm used to that. That's fine.
you are able to get a long rest.
Just so that I'm clear on it, I'm gonna be copying a bunch of spells, like a lot, but
Yep.
do it quickly. It's just I'm gonna be doing it throughout. So
Perfectly fine. My players currently are all legal adults, and so I trust you to track the expenses involved in terms of both time and coin. If you need information from me about it, of course, I'm always happy to give it, but otherwise, do your thing. I don't need to know the details. I know that you're copying some spells. That's good enough for me. So I tell folks, during their first session, often during my session 0, I say Fantasy Grounds dice is faster and more efficient than rolling your own physical dice. But if you really want the tactile sensation, I'm not going to stop you. And I'm not going to demand that you put it on camera either. You're adults. If you feel the need to cheat on, lie about your D&D dice, to, make your day better, my God, who am I to stand in your way? You've got some shit going on. Take it, because if that's what you need to get through the day, I feel for you. I do. So anyway, I don't worry about my players cheating, is the TLDR. The palace, very obviously once ornate palace. Yes.
Where in Fantasy Grounds do we see our levels of exhaustion?
The easiest place to see them is in the combat tracker under your effects.
Okay, cool.
The palace, obviously, once beautiful and verdant, gorgeous white marble, and grown out of the ground, it would almost seem, magically, and has begun to crumble, and there are obvious signs of wear, and the verdant life around it, or what you assume was around it at one point, flowers and foliage, and what do you call a good bush? It's not foliage, it's not flowers.
Shrubbery.
Shrubberies, various and sundry shrubberies.
Yeah, shrubbery.
Such
That's
things.
me, a shrubbery.
Exactly. Oh, I've said it. That's the deep cut for those of you who have seen Monty Python. Those of you who have not have no idea why I just said what I said. All right. So, but the plant life, obviously once green and bright, now stands twisted and barren but growing. So thorny vines, what might have been at one time rose bushes instead sprout blooms of multiple thorns. So you can definitely see the effect that the control of the unseelie fae, or at least the absence of the queen of the seelie fae, has caused. Jari, we'll take
Morticia's very impressed by the rose bushes with no rose and is and taking notes.
Right on. All right. And again, you will forgive me a little bit of delay here and there tonight with the chaos of the office and the day. Some of my
No, you had time to yourself on your birthday? Unacceptable.
well, no, I mean, it not even so much the time; it's the brain organization part of it. So if I
We
take
forgive it.
if I take a little longer than usual, I do apologize. All right. So in the morning, your hostess with the mostess, Lady Alicera, as you're waking for the day, you have elves that come and let you know Lady Alicera requests that you, at your convenience, once you're fully up and functional, that you come to the cantina, the cafeteria is the word I wanted to use because I knew cantina would get me Star Wars references. Not that Star Wars references are bad; they're certainly not. But
I love Star Wars. So
you know,
Did anyone want a tattoo in the morning?
I don't know if you guys can see this,
No.
but
Nice.
I have.
All right.
check this out. And of course, as you know, we lost the voice of Darth Vader himself, James Earl
Oh,
Jones,
yeah.
this week. May
Yeah.
may his memory be eternal. But this shirt, my mother-in-law gave this to me. All right, and
there's
she's
my,
Oh,
there's
sick.
mine.
That's
Okay.
badass.
she will
And my
never
son with autism.
she will never see this. So I'm going to tell you guys this. I have the best mother-in-law in the world. You know, I have no reason to lie because she will never ever watch this. Angie won't even watch this. Nobody that knows my wife or my mother-in-law is likely to it'll never get back to them. So I could tell you horrible things about my mother-in-law if I wanted to. I got nothing. I got nothing. I won the lottery with Marilyn. Okay. Her husband Salah, he's a different story, but we tolerate him. No, Salah's good people too. We're gonna have a sitcom based on their life. Salah is from Jordan. He's Jordanian, and 20 years now that or more than 20 years, 25 or something that he's been in the States, and just got a citizenship in the last couple of years. But there's still some cultural things that are very, sort of awkward for him. And so it creates lots of interesting moments. And so we figure we're going to make a sitcom called Oh Salah, because he'll do, something awkward. Anyway, okay, so you're asked to gather in the dining chamber, which I assume you do. I mean, no, you're not being guarded and told that you can't leave or anything, but I assume you would accept the invitation?
Morticia will come, but only after throwing an absolute fit. She will wake up sobbing and insisting that she is breaking out and cannot be seen. And eventually you drag her out, and it turns out that she has started to grow buds and has entered her spring season.
Yes, indeed. And I have the visual. Which of course is not loading correctly, so 1 second.
I can throw it in the
I've almost got it. I'm just re-importing it. Why won't? No, I said save. Oh, I see. Do you want to replace it? No. Yeah. I'm just going to re-import it because that way the folks on the stream can see it.
those darn Sealy Fae have rubbed off on her.
She's quite distressed about it. There's no question. Okay.
Horrific. She is monstrous to behold.
Come on. Well, all right, fine. We're not going to be able to show it in Fantasy Grounds, but just know that it is indeed horrific. From Morticia's
Nightmarish.
from Morticia's perspective, it is very much. Okay. So upon arrival, you do see Lady Alicera. She says, friends, welcome. Please sit. I apologize that our offerings are smaller, less significant than what we would normally give. And you see a table spread before you. It's it's a cornucopia, right? And there are fruits and exotic looking fruits and vegetables and even some game meat. But she genuinely looks ashamed, like, this should be far more exciting than it is. But I do apologize for the meager settings, but times are hard. So
Do not worry.
you'll be all right. Do not worry.
Yes.
I
Please.
was going to say, like, does Morticia need to roll a check to know if they should be worried about eating food from a fairy host?
You certainly can. That would be like a history check with advantage.
Sage is like 7 croissants deep at this point. Anyway. So.
Oh, our Hamat's been eating too.
Right on.
Morticia does not trust these Sealy folks.
Neither does Naren.
Trust has nothing to do with it for our Hamat's stomach.
Right. So there we go. Yeah, so Morticia, the relationship that the Fae have with food is complex. The most important thing that you're factoring in here with your understanding of the Fae is the rule of hospitality, which trumps all. If you are someone's guest, you are to be treated well, given deference as much as possible. You are to be given every comfort and luxury that can be spared. So a feast like this would be consistent with the rule of hospitality. Everyone, go ahead and give me, I would take Arcana or History checks. Morticia, you can give me another one with advantage.
Shit. I'm sorry. I think I wrote twice.
That's all right. We'll take if you did, we'll take the first one.
I accidentally just closed out of Fantasy Grounds, so if you want to roll for me, if not, I can just.
I
would say
can.
Arcana for me.
All right.
Gimbal just freezes.
Yeah,
In 20 minutes.
frozen in place. All right. Yeah, Denson, not so much, but that kind of tracks, right, with your history. You haven't, the Johnny Cash song, I've Been Everywhere, Man? He's been nowhere, man.
Oh.
Actually, that's the Beatles song, right? He's a real
Yep.
nowhere man.
Nowhere man.
I just go,
Yep.
I don't know why I brought Johnny Cash into it. No, I get nothing against Johnny Cash. Love Johnny Cash, but could have just gone right to the Beatles. So some things collectively, and you maybe even the night before as you're turning in, discuss some of the things. You've heard a variety of things about the Fae. Some may or may not be more credible than others, but a lot of them match up with things that all of you have heard. The first one is, the first rule is the rule of hospitality. And it's what I just described. If someone is your guest, they are to be deferred. The second is known as the rule of ownership. So the everything in the Feywild belongs to somebody. And generally it's whoever has it at the time, whatever the item is. So if somebody picks your pocket and they have it, well, the rule is they're the owner. And then the third one, the rule of reciprocity. you are bound, or the Fae anyway, are bound by the rule of reciprocity. And what that is if someone gives you something, you must give them something of equal value in return. If you were to use the words thank you to a Fae, they would assume that they gave you too much, more than what they should have, and they will expect some, let's call it, change on the transaction. So those are the three rules. You've heard different things about the rule of ownership. That one sounds like maybe it's interpreted differently depending on whether you're Seelie or Unseelie Fae. The Seelie Fae might be more along the lines of if you're actually caught taking something, it's an unforgivable crime. But if you have something and you weren't caught taking it, it's murkier. Okay, other questions or anything else before she continues?
That sounds like a kinder paradise.
The Kender, I don't know if it's canonical, but the Kender from Dragonlance absolutely act like Fae. I've never thought to look into that any further, and it's been 1,000 years since I've read. Not 1,000. I'm only 52. I'm not 1,000, so it couldn't have been that long. It's been 35 years since I've read the original anything with a Kender in it as a main character, anyway. So yeah, anything else before she proceeds?
Nope.
Just tell me, how is it you came to be here? It looked like perhaps you came through a Fae crossing, and so. But what I mean is, nothing's been passing through the Fae crossings as of late. Ever since we've taken to calling it the great imbalance. How is it you passed through?
Well, there was a Fae crossing, a circle of mushrooms. But it seems if no one has been coming through, you may not know about Vakanda. He's really made quite a damper of the mortal realms. She will. I can't describe it as well as I should, but she'll describe the ways in which the connections to the gods have been disrupted, and all of these travesties has happened, and kind of give her the TLDR of what's going on in the Doomed Realms to the best of her knowledge.
Jimbo will eventually interrupt, and with his past experience of the keys in the portal, say, I think it might also have to do with that rat that we sent through first.
That is true. We did send a rat through first because we weren't sure.
Interesting. She says, I recall, or we recall, there was indeed a Fae crossing there, a portal where mortals would occasionally fall through, but it's been many years now. And I'm assuming the influence of this Vecna, as you say, is perhaps responsible. I wonder if his rise in the mortal realm is somehow connected to the Unseelie court here, or if they're merely parallel paths. Well, that much is above my pay grade. I assume you want to go home.
Eventually.
Eventually. It's not particularly wonderful there either. But then this wasn't quite the vacation we thought we were getting, so I imagine some hoops either way.
I got to hit people. That was kind of a vacation for me.
Well,
they deserved it too.
I won't lie. You all are quite useful in a fight. You would certainly be welcome to join our ranks in the resistance. But sounds as if your own world has equal troubles. I ask because it's actually sort of moot. I don't have a way to send you home. I'm not sure how to get you there. One of the things that some of our spies among the Unseelie court have revealed is that the Unseelie Fae do have access to not exactly portals, but planar travel. They use the power of a great artifact. It was originally a powerful Seelie relic called the Forest's Heart, and it's become quite a dark object. The verdant forest around it has become known as the Gloam Grove, entirely corrupted by Unseelie magic. If there's a way to get you home, it would be there, but it's deep behind Unseelie Fae territory.
Fun. So you're saying we can't go back through where we came from? We hadn't tried.
I mean, she says we would be glad to give you an escort back to try, but I would suspect not. The hags will no doubt be back by now. Perhaps I forget who it was that rolled so poorly, but she'll look at them. I mean, perhaps we could put some pillows on your boots or something.
Thunder Thump, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was Thunder Thump. She said she talked to Thunder. She talked to Thunder Thump like he's a person or whatever. She also talks to the squirrel that hops up on the table and with a cup of tea for her, refills her tea. And she sort of gives Thunder Thump a wink, trying to make it clear that she's just ribbing him, teasing him a little bit. We could certainly try. We could get you an escort back.
If you were to, if theoretically you were to aid us in the search for this, sorry, you just said it, this forest heart, and we were to perhaps strike a blow against the Seelie court while we were at it, would you consider that a fair exchange given our interactions thus far?
She says, it would be equal restitution. That's not the right word I want. Yes, she says, I think that would be quite fitting. That would be quite fitting. The law of hospitality, of course, says that our hospitality to you does not have to be reciprocated. So that makes things a little more complex. So we might perhaps it might be too much, really. And we would likely need to offer you something else of equal value.
Well, perhaps let's see how much damage we can do, and then perhaps we can speak about what would be reasonable.
I like doing damage.
Excellent. Well, I think perhaps successfully getting you home, perhaps we could consider that sufficient reciprocity. That would meet the rule of reciprocity.
Morticia's just trying to get out of this without owing them more than they can afford.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, she said, now,
Unless someone wants some levels in Warlock, I mean.
right? She says, my soldiers won't go into the Gloam Grove. Something about their nature, not just as Fey creatures, but specifically as officers in the Sealy court, it's as if they shine like stars in the night sky. The unseelie would be suicide for them to enter the Gloam Grove, which is why we haven't been able to retake the Forest Heart. So you would be on your own.
Aaron speaks up. He asks, so you're saying the Sealy caused all this to happen here?
The unseelie. And just out of character, I probably misspoke at least once tonight. The Sealy are the folk that are favorable to mortals.
Okay.
The unseelie are the ones that are not. These folks that you're with are the Sealy. The folks that have sort of overtaken things and made things darker are the unseelie.
Okay. All right.
So
Never mind.
my apologies.
That-
I think I at least once probably transposed, but that's the official
Okay.
word.
All right. Well, then that changes what I was going to do. So I'm good.
All right. He says, now, along the way, if you can find Coram Shadowbark, a druid that from your world, I believe, had, and I believe probably still has a small grove in the area that is the smaller portion of the Gloom Grove. A druid and a dryad exiled, ironically, by the Sealy Court in times past, when exile occurred for much lesser offenses. But they would likely be able to help you activate the Forest Heart.
Okay.
So finding them might be, you may be able to do it on your own. I see that some of you I saw that some of you are quite adept in the arcane arts. This might require more of the natural arts. Because I don't think any of you seem to be especially in touch with the primal spirits, other than perhaps you. And she nods to Armand.
Hello.
At any rate, well, we can, she says, I'm open. If you'd like, we can travel back to your Bay Crossing and see if it still works. And if it's unsuccessful, like I think it will be, the Gloam Grove is not that far.
Understood.
Sage doesn't see much use in going back. It seems like we've got one pretty clear path forward.
I
He's
feel
also
like
trying to impress someone, so
I don't know if we necessarily need a second round with the Annis hag.
Absolutely not.
Or those red caps.
No, them too. Yeah.
all that
We
leads
never
sucked,
did
so-
find their hovel.
Well, we couldn't get inside the tree. Because that's where it was. We knew where
No,
it
it's
was, we
looking-
just couldn't get to it.
That's looking for trouble though, trying to get into their home turf.
She says,
Think of the artifacts.
And they might have some really good spells.
She says, that sort of errand we couldn't help you with, but we can help you get to the in the vicinity at least of the Bay Crossing if you'd like to try it. My people wouldn't be terribly keen on re-engaging the red caps if they could help it. The hags we can work around easily enough. When we came through last night, we were in something of a hurry trying to get you all unnoticed by any other unseelie. We can take our time and go around the hags.
I'm kind of interested in hanging around and seeing if there's anything uniquely magical to the Feywild that might help me.
She says, oh, there are plenty of unique magics here. Sadly,
Do you have any?
most of them have been corrupted. Do you?
Rhymes with the Schmield Schmarden Schmamulet.
She says, I have this amulet. I don't know what it does. and she sets it on the table. She
Ooh,
says,
let me
"I
take
do
a
know
closer look.
it's. I know it's from your world. What would you offer in trade?"
Can I inspect it?
Sure. An investigation check just to look at it, or give me an Arcana check if you want to get a feel for what type of thing it could be.
All right, this disadvantage is killing me.
Can I make one too?
Oh my god, no!
Sure, you sure can.
So
I guess the first one was 1.
Sage is like peeking around Lunala's elbow.
Well, I do have a.
Oh,
If you're not sure what it does, I have a spell that can identify it, and
She says,
I'll.
most of our scholars have fled, but he says, I think before they left, something about, what did they say? Was it a Schmield Schmarty? some sort of guardian on your plane it would manipulate.
Yeah, let me just confirm that it is what I suspect it is.
All right.
And I'll cast Identify.
All right. You cast Identify, and it is similar to what you hoped for.
But better. It's one of those Shield Guardian drone amulets, the flying ones.
No, it's not the detention drone. It's actually
Shield Guardian amulet.
Tiny in size, sort of replica model, like a 1/32 scale model of a shield. No, it's a fucking Shield Guardian amulet, but there's no Shield Guardian nearby. You'd have to find your Shield Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can just add a line in your inventory that says Shield Guardian amulet from the Feywild.
Nice.
You could build your own.
Wait, what's the price?
Just, well, what are you offering?
You have that candle of tomorrow we haven't used.
That is, well, I was going to start with the hag candle.
Smart.
Might I haggle you with
No.
this candle?
Get. No, I can't. My Discord is being weird. I can't kick him. All right, so. He says, something so infected with dark powers. Why would I want such a thing? No, absolutely not.
How does she feel about the candle of tomorrow? I explain what it does.
Give me I want just a charisma check to see how well you explain it and how enticing it seems to be. I mean, persuasion. I'd give you persuasion. Go ahead, persuasion.
Well, can someone
No.
back me up?
No. This is all Dunala.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm going to spend player inspiration. Reroll that.
It's never going to be
one.
good.
I get one. All right.
oh,
Wow.
She says, yes, we have a deal. I have a ring from a famous gnome illusionist. We don't know what it doesn't actually do anything. It just tells them you're part of the society. Yeah, sure it is. Sure it is, Bob.
Hey, it does do something.
we've got really high deception. That thing can do anything we want, right?
Well, she
It
doesn't have any,
recites Elvish nursery rhymes.
I
only
have
got-
this stack of honking femurs.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't suspect she'd be interested. I mean, you're welcome to offer them, but
No, I'm being facetious.
I thought
I
maybe.
don't think it's quite their flavor.
no.
All right.
Okay. So,
So we're almost there.
well, where are you? Are you going to go by the Fey crossing first, or are you going to avoid it altogether? The hags, you can, like I said, the hags, like she said, you can easily enough avoid.
We might have to run across the red caps though.
And
Yeah,
if
did we go talk to that druid?
The druid will be
Yeah,
in the druid will be in somewhere in the Gloom Grove. Gloom,
Oh, okay.
What's it called? Gloam.
Gloam?
Words. Let's do words.
Gloam Grove. It is hard to say. Gloam Grove.
Gloam Grove. The Gloam Grove. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Morticia's kind of inclined to trust the locals. They haven't had people come through in this long. It seems silly to kind of go out of our way if they know how to get us out.
Okay. All right.
So,
Come on. All right, so let's see how that journey goes to the edge of the Gloam Grove. Uneventful.
Yay.
Time to plant a bean.
Well, I mean, that's certainly an option.
You guys want to?
I'm indifferent.
Indifferent.
what happened the last time?
We ended up here.
Exactly.
But the time before last.
Lunala like really became beefcake.
Yeah, let's do it again. The beans had nothing to do with us being here. That was the map art that Bob provided. That got us
Oh,
here.
sure. Blame the
All right.
DM.
Let's do a bean. Is anybody against it?
No.
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 Bean is planted.
All right. Do you have the table, or do I usually drop that for you?
I think you drop it because I'm looking in my item and I don't see it.
All right. If you wish.
It's in D&D Beyond too.
Well, here, right there.
Right.
Just in the, you can take that blue button, drag it down to your hotkeys down below. So you got it.
Gotcha.
It's the
Gotcha.
same fucking treant. We've come in the same treant 3 times. He's getting so tired.
He's coming to
I'm
get
so
you,
tired.
Barbara.
He might be friendly this time.
I just want to die. Please stop. All right, roll me percentile dice. Lower is better for you.
Wait, I thought you were joking about the treant.
No, it's
No.
literally a treant. It's 3 in a
You
row.
can right there in the text chat.
It's not 3 in a row. There were eggs in between.
Oh, there were eggs in
There
between.
were.
That's correct.
There were.
That's correct.
But 3 out of 4 rolls were triad.
But this
Yes.
one's nice. This one's nice.
2 out
This
of
is
3 were not nice.
like what's the I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's only what 10%, right? What
10 to the third.
Man, that is so weird. Why?
Anybody want another one?
I mean, does this treant have anything to offer us? He's chaotic good.
Oh, no, but he does seem confused. He's where?
Feywild.
Oh, he says, I was just over there. I'm going back. And he starts walking over to a conspicuously empty portion of the forest, and it just stops, blends in.
Like giant holes in the ground where his roots pulled
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, he puts his roots back in and just, kind of.
Why doesn't he join us?
No,
No.
It's Bob's birthday.
I don't like the Gloam Grove. There are bad things.
Fair enough.
What if I suggest that he joins us?
Oh, please cast a spell at the treant. Let's see how quickly that good treant thinks that you're good.
Especially confining someone who likes their freedom.
So
It's not
did we get a
confining.
second long rest before we
Befriending.
left?
No, that was just. I mean, if you wanted to wait another day, you could. That would certainly be an option.
Yes, that would be good.
Do we want to? I nobody suggested it, but you haven't had anything
Second long rest.
special go on.
Yeah, I feel like going into the Gloam Grove with some of us still exhausted is probably poor planning on our part. We would probably want to sleep.
All right. Y'all are lucky. You're all lucky. I've had a pleasant day. Otherwise, I'd be like, no
Tasty
way,
food.
no way. You want another rest? You got to do it right now at the edge of the Gloam Grove, and it's too late in the evening to go anywhere else.
The
Tiny hut.
combat tracker says Morticia's unconscious too.
Well, Morticia, wake up.
It was a long rest, not a permanent rest.
Oops.
All right. And I imagine like the second morning, Morticia is kind of like wakes up and say, oh, what a horrible nightmare that was. I dreamt I went through a whole day looking just atrocious. And she sees a reflection in a piece of metal or something and just screeches and like wakes everybody else up.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe. Could be.
Seems likely.
Yeah. All right. So then, obviously, next day is when all that happened, the travel, and you're at the edge of the Gloam Grove, and Lady Elisar will say, "This is as far as we can go." Good luck to you all, and don't forget.
Oh, another bean, of course.
She's like, "Well, I'm gonna let you guys do your beans. We're gonna bolt."
How many
It's
more?
probably
Are
a
left?
wise choice.
7 beans.
Yeah, I
got
mean,
a lot. We had like 11 beans in there. It was a really high roll.
yeah. If you like, scroll back up, grab that blue button, and put it on your taskbar. Gimbal, since you got the bag, you got so many more. 10 shriekers. All right.
Oh shit.
So the seminar I'm doing is called handling rules lawyers, rules lawyers, murder hobos, and more. And I've got a list of 5 different sort of negative stereotypes of players, which, you know, the secret is, you don't have to, I'll tell you this, you don't have to attend the seminar. You'll know the secret is this. There are very, very few bad players. There are some that don't fit your table, and there are some that need trained and guided. The last one on the list, and I put it there because, golly, if I run out of time, that's the one I'm not going to cover, is the chaos player. So, and it's not because I can't seem to handle them and control them at all. It's because I can't seem to handle or control them at all. I seem to engender them. I seem to create them. So, by giving them maps with a fairy ring. All right, shriekers. I mean, there's no bright light, but you do see them appear. They're human-sized mushrooms. They kind of look around. They look you up and down. Actually, no, they don't. They just grow. They don't like walk and stuff.
They don't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, there's no bright
Stay
lights,
away
so
from them.
they're not going to yell because of the bright light, because there's not any bright light right now. I would take a nature check to see if anybody knows what the hell they are, so you know that much. Not to shine them with bright light.
Oh my god, these rolls.
Yeah, much like Morticia, she'll tell you, "Oh yes." Matter of fact, and Gibble would know it too. Much like Morticia, if the lights are too bright, they will shriek. So.
That's hilarious.
All right.
Bonfire.
I cast daylight.
I could do that. My drip globe.
I think you should.
I don't think we want to.
Because
No.
it would definitely not draw any attention from anyone
No, not at
nearby in
all.
the Gloam Grove.
If we need to cause a distraction,
There
we
you
know
go.
that they're there at least.
There you go.
Oh, I just realized we did a long rest, so I attuned to the amulet, and I know the direction of the shield guardian.
So, if something is on another plane, does it have to be on the same plane of existence?
It
And if
does have
something
to be on the same plane.
it does, you say?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, you got nothing.
It's in fucking Avernus.
Hey guys, he only asked for the amulet. Okay, technically my obligation is fulfilled.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
follow
true.
through.
Well, if I asked for the shield guardian, it would be a bigger issue because I'd be like, "Can we stay here for a week while I craft?"
I mean, what's gonna happen?
Sometime Sometime at the end of this campaign, in the middle of Vecna's treasure room that we loot after defeating Vecna, is going to be a very specific shield guardian.
That Lunala rides out of the lair.
You
With
may
this like explosion in the background, and we all ride Lunella's shield guardian out of there.
perhaps you'll find it.
Diesel.
Perhaps you'll find it sooner. It's just not in the Feywild.
Guys, we gotta get home. We can't stay in the Feywild. What are we doing? I
What do you
mean,
mean?
what business do we have here? There are so many more
Apparently-
planes to explore. We should
Apparently,
try to hit all of them.
I thought we were trying to find a way back
That
by
too.
doing a service.
That too. That too.
Oh, okay. Can we continue past these weird mushrooms?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
I want to cast a spell.
All right. The
Um,
shrieker counter spells. Not really.
Augury.
It's the warlock hiding behind the rock. No, not really.
And I want
What's
to,
your question?
I want to ask Gond if I would have luck like finding the shield guardian linked to this amulet on the material plane.
Oh, yeah. So isn't augury a course of action, a specific course of action in the next 10 minutes, or the next short? Or am I thinking of?
No,
it's
I,
within
Oh.
30 minutes.
yeah. Because my cleric has this. Yes, it's something that you're doing in the next 10 minutes, and the
it's an-
answer has to be yes or.
It's an
It's like a
action.
wheel low.
Going
Yeah.
into the portal would help you find it.
Yeah, I could go through the portal in the next 30 minutes. So
Okay.
with that, how would I do?
You get
in
nothing.
Finding this.
You get nothing.
Wait, I get the spell doesn't
no-
work?
No result. You get no result. The results that aren't especially good or
Oh,
bad.
aren't especially good or bad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You need commune.
Did you notice I asked AI for a wallpaper of a birthday party on Mechanus, and this is what I got.
Here, let me see.
You see the mechanical birthday cake?
There are multiple birthday backgrounds.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is, and everybody, you guys, aren't you something else? All right. Thank you. Seriously, that's very nice. It's been a good birthday. For 1,000 different reasons. And oh my God, did you guys see the picture of the food?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Looks
my God.
amazing.
We went to a place called Real Seafood Company, and it's a chain of sorts. I think they've got maybe a half a dozen out there in various places. But oh my God, it was so good. Anyway, okay, sorry.
No, you enjoyed it.
Well, as you all know, I'm doing the wellness thing. I'm old, so I have to do that now. And so, part of that is nutrition, and I'm following Weight Watchers currently. And what I did was I ate 0-point foods the rest of the day, because you can have as many fruits and veggies as you want. So I ate grapes and jalapeno corn and that sort of thing, so that I could. And I didn't gorge at dinner. I wasn't, because I don't eat the portions I used to. My stomach's not used to it. So I ate half the dinner, but My God, it was so good. Oh, man. Okay.
Funny story, and
Yeah.
I think it was true. I don't know if it is still true, but I read that the Atkins diet was translated into almost every language except Italian.
That tracks. That tracks. I am not surprised. All right. So, yes, your augury gives you not much. I mean, maybe try it again in 3 minutes, because maybe you're 33 minutes from being at the portal, or maybe wait a little longer.
Maybe until we get to the portal.
Getting baited to burn your spell slots.
It's a ritual,
Oh, okay,
but it does. I don't know if Bob remembers this, but after the first try, it starts like spitting out random answers.
Bob's very aware of it. Yeah.
okay.
All right, so Bob was baiting me. All right.
Hey, Bob didn't suggest it. Bob knows that it's wherever that portal is, it's more than 30 minutes from where you can activate it. All right. It's only a 25% chance. I mean, it is cumulative. So,
I have
Okay.
augury too, so.
yeah. Now, if multiple characters have it. All right. Are we heading into the Gloam Grove?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do it.
First thing,
Sprint
Do it the
into
druid,
the
right?
Grove.
first thing you notice is that it's very, I mean, not, and the Feywild as normal is quite bright and that sort of thing, but this Feywild isn't, not anywhere near as bright as I mentioned before. I mean, it's dim light most places. The forest is somehow darker, still mechanically dim light, if anybody's wondering, but it is definitely dark, and it's colder. The temperature drops, and it's almost like a wall. Like you pass through this, and you can look at the ground, and you can see one side is bright, literally brighter than the other. And so when you step in, the temperature you feel is easily 10 or 15 degrees Fahrenheit lower.
Curio is
Yeah.
dismissed.
Yeah. All right.
Seeing this place we just stepped into and being a little uncomfortable, Gimbal mildly suggests, is it worth backing up to where those shriekers are and casting a light to lure something out? And we can hide and get an attack on them?
Why don't I walk forward? We're already here. Why don't I walk a ways forward ahead of you? And if there's a problem, I can probably fly away from it.
That works too.
We also have lots of scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Or the manifest
Yeah.
mind could.
that too.
follow
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, but they might get lured out for the manifest mind. It's a good point.
Yeah, that's true.
I did resummon R2, just FYI.
Okay. Let me get them on the.
And Sage has a familiar now, right? And someone else, because we had two long
Oh, I
rests.
wanted.
Oh
one.
yeah.
All right,
All right.
Sage and Denson, whatever you wanted your familiar to be, I gave you like a tattoo of that animal.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get them one at a time. Let me get Gimbal. Get yours into the tracker, and then let me get them onto the. Apparently, I didn't switch the image on your sheet for him, so we'll get that fixed. But okay, who else has a familiar, and what kind, type, critter, thing familiar is yours?
Well, if it's going to get really dark here, and we don't want to use my drift globe to see, then I'll summon my bat familiar.
And Sage has an octopus, right?
Just flat.
Throw it on a tree and watch it tumble down. Yes, I'm that old.
I think Morticia. I think we've got Omen. I think Omen is correct. Nope, it replaced the.
Yeah, it replaced it. So I
S-
resent you
I've
the
got it.
thing.
I've got it here.
Okay.
Let me. Okay, we'll deal with that momentarily, or as time allows. In the tracker, and just one. We don't need two. All right, I have R2 and I have Omen, and I'm sorry. Was that next type? I was
Is bat.
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 I
So I
have
can see in the dark.
I have one rule.
One.
I have many rules, but I have one rule. I have a rule. When you say the word bat, you must say it like Laszlo
But
from What We Do in the Shadows. Bat.
That the last season's coming out soon, right?
Hasn't it been already?
Next next month is the
Is there
last
one more?
season. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so. Oop, nope, don't put it in the tracker. Who has the bat? I need to give it to them.
Denson has.
Denson has a bat. Okay. Cohorts.
And Sage has a seahorse.
Bat. What's your bat's name, Denson?
Bruce.
You call
Well
oh
done.
man. Oh
Well
yeah.
done.
Okay.
Nice.
I got that reference. Right.
The seahorse has a speed of 0, a swim speed of only 20, no special perception, no attacks, and can only breathe underwater.
Yeah, but they're cool, man.
Great familiar.
You
They're
just
cool.
wait. You just wait.
True.
Genuinely, you have a seahorse? Where are you keeping
No.
him? Oh
No.
All right.
No. I would like a weasel, please.
Ooh.
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 Is it a cunning weasel?
She's very smart. You also notice that mostly blonde with some like pale green flares, and the weasel's name is Elisara.
Well done. Well done. And like, did I spell that right? I'm calling her Weasel Alisara instead of Lady Alisara. You're welcome to refer to her how you want, but in the tech, it's going to say Weasel. And let me get a Weasel. Get you a Weasel. How about that one? Because I feel like that.
Yeah, anyone is fine,
Nope.
and then I'll
No,
tinker with one.
This is the one. This is the one.
I threw the images of when, since we brought up What We Do in the Shadow, my husband and I dressed up as Colin Robinson and Nadja. I threw that.
Oh my God!
I threw that in our chat.
I bet he looked awesome as Nadia.
Well, we had the perfect hair for Colin Robinson. So.
All right. Let me unlock some tokens. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Any other familiars? Do we have enough on the board? Okay.
My familiar has a familiar.
No. We've
No,
established. I have a house rule. One of my 38.
We
House
talked about
rules.
that before the campaign, actually.
We did. We had to address that before I allowed Tony to sign up for this session.
So I did bring it up specifically.
Yes, it was. I mean, he had to try. You can't blame a guy for trying. But yeah, the answer on that one is no. Technically, it's probably a house rule, but like, he's the only one that's ever asked, and it's been 10 years, so I don't add it to the list, right?
I brought up during our lab meeting yesterday, one of my lab mates gave a presentation on this like communication problem he was having, like communicating through an urban environment and whatever. And I'm like, I have a thought, actually. I was playing D&D and I developed the technique, and I actually talked about Magic Mouth. and
All
how
right.
it might apply to an actual Department of Defense sponsored work.
Yay!
I mean, you said you were going to get your thesis advisor on board to, or your dissertation supervisor.
He was present.
Okay, all right. What did he think? What
He
did he
didn't
think?
say anything,
He didn't say anything.
which could go both ways.
Hey, that's better than an outright no. I can co-sign that.
Is it though? In this instance, is it?
With the thesis advisor, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. You're not wrong there. Man, I miss grad school. I loved grad school. I did. I loved college. I thrived in that environment. I should have gone and got my PhD. I should have. Oh well. Okay. Where's my folder that I'm looking for? Okay, so yeah, you see the Gloam Grove. There's something of a path. Continues. You can see up ahead. Maybe.
There might be a tent.
Yeah, you can see up ahead, and you're maybe at this point, you're a few minutes, between 5 and 10 minutes into the Gloam Grove. You can see what looks like I'm pinging it. You may have to zoom out to see it, but it's like perhaps a little fire, and behind the fire, the light is dancing on what looks to be a cabin.
Sage offers to scout.
All right. Go ahead and move where you're going to move, and if you're doing it stealthily, give me a stealth roll.
Yep, rolling stealth. Tried to roll stealth.
I'll give you guidance.
Okay, great.
Yep, you can do that.
One of the situations where this is helpful.
Guidance is a D4.
Yes.
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 All right, 26.
All right. Yeah, you think you're being quite stealthy.
Just a bit.
Kind of creeping around this tree here. Then I'm going to go down this one. I think I'm going to... No, I'm not going to climb the tree. I'm going to kind of stay in the brush of this tree and depending on how big the roots are, if I can, crawl through those. But I'm, looking to see if there's someone there, anything dangerous.
Do
Stuff
a
like that.
Frodo with hiding from the ring wraiths.
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly.
So
Does the
let's...
cabin have any eaves that you see?
There are... Oh, yes. Yes, you've met your nemesis, a cabin with eaves. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. Okay. You hear... So, a couple things. For Sage, first, you hear what sounds like... sort of... what's the word? Mournful violin music coming from the cabin. That's the first thing that you hear. I'm trying to...
Oh, sweet mystery of life, I finally found you.
Trying to get that going here. Come on. All right, well, Sirenscape is not going to cooperate tonight. Imagine it. Well, you know what? Steven, just sing it again.
Oh, sweet mystery of life, I finally found you.
The other thing that you hear, that you notice, Sage, is there is some movement in the tree up above, and you see flashes here and there of white fur, maybe 20 feet above where you're at.
Does it seem like the owner of said fur notices me?
I mean, if they do, they're not doing it. They're not moving towards you or giving any other indication that there might be an issue.
And is the violin music coming from the campsite?
From the cabin beyond the fire. I know the map
Okay.
looks like a campsite. Imagine that
Cool.
instead of a tent, it's a cabin. Okay.
Okay, cool. I will.
Remember,
I'm
you
gonna-
can communicate back with us. Leaf song.
Oh, okay. You're gonna have to.
You don't have to double back to
Yeah, sure.
send us a message if you don't want to.
Does it require him to make noise? Because if it does, I'll need another stealth check. Like a whisper?
It does not require him to whisper.
Okay.
He can like tap fingers to communicate.
Well, that would be making noise. I would think.
This makes noise.
Oh, not like tapping them on an object. I don't have your video up because I'm on the one computer tonight. If I switch over to URL video, I stream you guys. Okay, yeah, like flesh on flesh. All right. I mean, it's concentrated movement taking an action other than hiding. So I am going to say I need a stealth check, but
Sure. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer before and like get some definitive information before I.
okay.
So I'm gonna get. So it looks like I can't. It's pretty clear that the sound of the violin is either coming from behind the cabin or inside the cabin, right? I'm not gonna be able to see it from outside.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to actually move you over into a square there because I think you're probably going to see a thing.
Okay.
Oh my.
Do you see a token in the tree up there?
Yep.
So
Sure do.
as you come around the edge of that tree, you see a tiny creature, white fur, sort of bat-like wings and a long tail. It has weird horns. You know what it looks like is if a mouse were a dragon.
If a mouse were a dragon, so is that a dragon-sized mouse? That's a mouse-sized dragon, right? Not a dragon-sized mouse.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, he's not up in the tree, not a dragon up, a huge creature up in the tree, you know, about the boughs about to break or whatever. No, just a tiny size. But it
Is
looks
it the
like
big guy? We found him.
it's the shield guardian. Earlier, the amulet lied to you. It's right here. Aren't you so happy?
I didn't know the amulet could lie.
I didn't either, but
That's what we call emergent gameplay.
right. That's right. It's emergent game design. That's a deep cut there. That's a deep cut too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, you see this thing, it startles you a little bit. You've never seen anything quite like it. And not that you've not seen some weird shit in general, but like, okay, there's a dragon mouse.
I'm a city kid. Yeah, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay.
City mouse, city dragon mouse, not a country dragon mouse.
Okay, so Sage is going to, and I can move my token if I need to. Sage is going to go around up and over the tree.
All right.
And I want to get
up and over because there is, like I said, in the tree. Oh, up like north, not like through the tree.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm staying on the ground. And gonna try to stay in the bushes here, and I want to see it. Like I'm trying to look for a window into the cabin.
All right. Well, I'm going to move you back a little bit because once you get there, you see
Bavmorda.
in that tree another mouse dragon perched, and in the tree back here yet another.
All right, it's a party.
And then as you come around, the white fur that you saw moving up above in the tree that you were next to, you see, and in the tree behind you, you see multiple mouse dragons.
All right, so I'm going to abandon the plan to get closer to the cabin.
I need a
And-
stealth check
Sure.
once you get right there.
Sure. All right, stealth. It's been longer than a minute, yeah, since the last guidance cast.
Yeah. Well, you only get it once it's cast.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Whoa, crazy roll. Did that count?
Nope,
I don't
looks like
think
it
so.
bounced out of the dice tray, so to speak.
Okay, I'll do it again. That was a good roll, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It did-
I'm
it did
trying to get
again.
in the habit to double click instead of drop. because
Yeah,
when you
I'm just gonna do
double-click-
that.
If you stop before you drop, it'll work. If you're dragging your mouse as you let go, like you're trying to put a little bit of English on the dice, that's when they bounce out.
Fair enough.
It's the gamer habit. Like you have to like
I
Yeah.
agree.
have some
I-
right? You're used to tossing physical dice, and like you can't just drop your dice. That's unacceptable. You have to
Right.
like give it a little.
Yep.
They don't. I don't know. You know what? You're kind of. I don't think you're behind cover at all from this guy, which you have to be to hide. So once you came around the corner, I don't think you would have necessarily seen him. I'm going to say for the moment, none of them seem to like they notice you, but you think if you go any further inward, you're likely to be seen. I'll say it that way, either to the north or to the west.
North, southeast. Okay, cool. So in that case, having seen enough weird country shit, I'm going to back out if I can. Back out if I can. Am I able to get away in cover if I go west? I'm sorry, east.
Yeah, if you go back around the way you came, you'll have enough cover that you can make a stealth check. Yes.
Okay.
So
All right,
one more as you go.
Sure. Guess I could have popped a potion of invisibility, but
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Two 17s.
Oh yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. So I head back to the group. Well, I'm going to try to, unless something pops out and I don't know, scares me. But I'm going to attempt to go back to the group.
Yep, you're good.
Cool. All right, so I make it back. I share what I've said. Is like there's weird ass Stuart Little dragon thing going on in the trees. There's a bunch of them. Somebody's playing sad violin. Somebody's I don't know. Is this the Feywild version of My Chemical Romance? Somebody's going through it in that cabin. And if we go there, we might get in a fight with some critters.
Did you just say this is the Feywild version of My Chemical Romance?
Sure did.
Okay. All right. Somebody put that in the quotes, will you?
Do you think that the creepy mice dragon things were attracted to the music and the fire, or do you think that we're like surrounded by them in all these trees?
All right. I need everybody just for a second before you answer that to be quiet. I'm about to trigger every millennial in the room or listening or watching at home.
Yep, just that one
Oh,
piano note.
yep.
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to pause. Just the G note. That's all you need. All right. Please continue. My apologies.
Yeah. Did Sage get a feeling of like, are they surrounding that cabin about to ambush it, or is this like more of like they're just attracted to the noise and the fire?
Give me, I would say, I'd take a nature or an insight with disadvantage. Your choice.
For flavor, again, just because Sage grew up in the city, for flavor, can I roll nature with disadvantage?
Sure. Well, that's fine too.
He doesn't know shit about this. Yeah, no idea.
You're pretty sure they're planning an attack, an assault on whatever's in that. I mean, you're convinced of it, frankly.
Can
Cool,
I
I
see,
say that.
Can I see if like Morticia recognizes the description of these creatures from like her Witherbloom studies?
I would take nature with advantage.
So Sage has made it back to us to tell us about these creatures, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can I roll something because of my Fey background? Maybe I know something of these creatures as well.
Yeah. Nature check would be fine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some odd critters in the Feywild. It's not unreasonable to think that there could be some. You think they would probably be primarily mice, but with draconic characteristics. Now, whether they would have a breath weapon or not, that's some pretty obscure shit. So you're not sure about that. But I mean, you would say it's 50-50, Naren and Morticia. Maybe even Morticia is very convinced that they don't have a breath weapon, and Naren is mostly convinced that they do, right? That sort of thing. So, based on the numbers, you're still just not quite sure.
Gimbal has this crazy idea that we should get rid of them, and thinks that maybe the one tree I should just set on fire and try to have the fire take some of them with it.
Why?
I mean, Sage thinks they're about to attack. So he's like, hell yeah, let's do it. Light the bastards.
Sage is the
Wait.
one that is explaining this to us, so I'm concerned that they're just going to attack.
But there's nothing saying that they're bad attacking good. They could be good attacking bad, is what I'm saying.
They're dragon rats.
And look at me. I was born with these weird wings.
Sage is going to say, like, if we're going to go investigate, we just need to, at the very least, be prepared to fight. Whether or not we
Good
do
idea.
is fine,
Right,
but we
it's
just need to
pretty much
go.
always the case.
He looks up at Denson and he just goes, shh, I'm trying to have a moment.
Okay.
I summon 10 pounds of cheese.
Cheese, yes, cheese. Is there anything it can't do?
You're the one that keeps giving us mouse opponents, man. Anyone opposed to investigating closely as a party?
I think that's a good call. I think sticking together for this is a good idea.
Cool.
Maybe spread out a little in case they do have breath weapons.
That's smart.
Maybe we fan out. We can attempt to be stealthy. Morticia's bad at it, but she can try.
Okay. I can also scout again and just be a few squares ahead, and then that'll keep me away from y'all. Whoa, what the fuck? That was way too many dice dropping sounds.
Oh my god.
And just some perception checks, because you guys are like 60 feet away, chatting quite enthusiastically. Everybody roll for initiative, because you hear one of the mouse dragons squeal and squeak, and then you hear the rest squeal and squeak in response. And the one that's squealing and squeaking appears to be the one closest to you all that can see you.
That'll let them on fire.
Man, I can't roll initiative worth shit. No matter what I do.
I don't know.
Life of a caster.
I have a
right.
phenomenal bonus to initiative, and it's consistently poor.
Oh, I gotta roll for.
Oh yeah, I got to roll for. How do you roll for?
Okay, so for familiars, when I drag them into the combat tracker, it rolls them for you the first time. After that, after there's a rest and they're at 0 hit point or at 0 on initiative, then you have to.
Okay.
It looks like it
you have to roll for them.
automatically- No, I guess not.
They did. They automatically rolled.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just happen to be the
I
same as
rolled
me.
for Omen thinking I had to, so ignore that.
Okay, so Tony, where are you at? So I can put Thunder Thump with you.
12.
And Gimbal, does Manifest Mind goes on your turn, basically? Yes.
Yeah, it's a bonus action to move.
And what initiative are you on?
14.
Okay. And no, Thunder Thump, Gimbal, Manifest, perfect. Went through in the right orders. All right. So let's see if Sirenscape's going to cooperate now.
That's the mouse. It's the dragon mouse. Shit.
Yeah,
We're
we're
just
fucked.
puppies.
All right.
I got 1,000 hit points each.
Sage, you are up first.
All right, Sage is going to hide behind whoever hide behind Thunder Thump. Is Thunder Thump bigger than me?
And the thumb is medium sized.
Okay, it's bigger than me. I'm gonna hide. Give you a stealth real quick. Is that a 14 or a 6? I feel like it's a 6. 17. All right. And then I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna take a shot at 6 here. If you want to roll perception for 6.
He's just gonna be passive at this point since you were hiding behind. So 17 will make it.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go here actually, and then we zoom in here. Toggled advantage. Skills. Sorry, y'all. Verbal processor.
No
You're
worries.
fine. Perfectly fine.
So, come on.
Honestly, as a DM, so I had to learn that there are some folks that are not verbal processors and like say nothing while they're taking their turn. I have about 4 or 5 clients, and it took me a full year to figure out that's what's going on. It felt like they just weren't paying attention. And I'd be like, "Hey, it's your turn again, Eric. Come on." He's like, "Yeah, I know."
I went to the school of rubber duck debugging, so I'm constantly explaining. I'm explaining
that
something to
story.
the imaginary duck on my monitor there. Okay.
All
Plus,
right.
we're doing this remote. You can't see what the other person's doing all the time.
Yeah. With that, I'm gonna. Can I say that like my weasel's like on my shoulder and moves with me? Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason you couldn't. It can be in your pocket. You're familiar. I mean, if you want him to be.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing.
That's fine.
All right, right there, and then that'll be my turn. I will pass, and then my weasel's not gonna do anything either, so I'll pass for them as well.
Oh no. So I was dragging the Omen token over top of Omen as the turn changed. And as the turn changed, it moved Aramat underneath where my mouse was.
Oh no.
And so Aramat is now, looks like Omen. ARA.
Damn, you're a druid too?
I
Well,
can neither
yeah, exactly.
confirm nor deny. My parents were.
ARHA. Come on.
Well, he has changed shape before, so.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Why do I not, did I spell it wrong in the token file? Of course I did. Do I have a token file for Aramat?
Why are we all targeted?
Because Morticia's preparing to cast Bless.
I'll work on my
Because
token.
it's about to
That's
fucking
good.
go
You
down,
work on the
people,
game.
that's why. Tiamat descended from the sky.
Right. All right, do your thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we needed that. All right. So for this one, I just click it.
Yep.
I am. And then clear targets, and then so next, Denson. Denson is up front. You're going to get Bardic Inspiration. Nope. Bardic Inspiration. There we go. Tuck one of those off, and that is it for Morticia. She'll move, like... Can you move her 1 square south? She went on top of somebody and now I can't move her.
Yep. Doot. Can I get here? I'll just re-drag you out. Sorry. There you go. I don't know where you wanted to be, but there you go.
Right there. That's good. Okay, I'm good.
All right. All right, Armand.
Sorry, I was trying to organize.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
I'm going to keep walking forward. And then try to get on a square. And there we go. Let's go there. Oops, sorry. And then withhold my action to attack something that comes at me.
All right.
And I did push the next arrow.
Yep. All right. Mouse Dragon 35 is going to climb down the tree. And 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's his dash. And he growls. He bares his teeth at Armand. Roar! All right.
Hamat waves at him with his fingers. Hi, little fella.
At
That's
least
it.
they don't seem to be able to fly.
Denson, you're up.
Stop giving them ideas.
Stop making assumptions.
I did say seems like.
Yeah.
And Bruce is perched on my shoulder. But, well, he goes after me.
All right.
And I guess, prepare an attack, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll bonus action patient defense.
All right.
There we go.
Holy cow! Did you guys roll really high initiative, or did they just roll complete garbage?
They rolled garbage.
Yes.
Both.
Wow.
They're all going to attack before me though, so it's all good.
No, I mean, like, there are a large number of them after you. I don't want to tell you how many because there might be some you don't see yet.
I see 5 going after Neo.
Yeah.
Well, in the combat tracker, you don't have to spoil it.
I'll send Bruce over here and he'll be up in the air.
Your characters don't see necessarily everybody yet.
Sage sees everything.
I see all.
Omniscient halfling.
All right. Yeah, that's it for Bruce.
Gimbal.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action first to move my Manifest Mind 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just to kind of make sure that we're not being attacked from the backside. And then I think DM Bob is going to dislike this just because of mechanics, but it is legal. So I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, which is my movement speed. And I don't know how we want to do this, but I am going to be using a fireball, but it's radiant damage.
Okay.
Change the damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy. So what you're going to do on your actions tab, you're going to go down to your fireball.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to click the, it's going to look like a gear to the far, to the right. It's going to open up all your various actions. You're going to go down to the damage where it says HD6 fire. You're going to click the gear there. And you're going to delete the word fire, and you're going to type the word whatever kind of damage it is.
All right, so I can just do that whenever I want to change it. All right. Sounds good.
I mean, yeah, as long as you have a class ability that, as long as you have a class ability that lets you do it. I mean, you can't just do it willy-nilly.
No, but I can add them to it, so I could choose what. Okay, I see how this works. I haven't edited spells yet, so.
Yep.
All right.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep, I see that now. Okay, so great.
Now, if you have
And-
multiple damage types but the same number of dice, it's just a comma. So it might be, let's say, radiant, comma, necrotic would do both radiant and necrotic. But if you wanted it to be, let's say you had something that did 4d6 radiant and 4d6 necrotic, it would say 4d6 radiant plus 4d6 necrotic. So
Gotcha.
that's your syntax there. Whether you want all the damage to be the same type, or whether you want the damages to be different dice and different types. Obviously, fireball, it's all yeah.
Yeah, I'm only allowed to change one type anyway.
Yep. Okay.
All right, so I think this is my best viewing that I can see. I
Okay.
can target 3 of them.
Yep. I'm gonna get you one more. And yep.
All right. Oh, you know what? With my manifest mind, I can see the one up higher. I'm gonna not shoot. Now I'm on my wrong thing. All right, so
You can center it to get
yeah,
that one
I'm
too.
gonna
Oh,
move
you
it up. Yeah. So I'm gonna move it here just in case there's some in the thing. So I'm not targeting that one, but I need to move now so that I can target this. And if there's any other that are invisible, is kind of my idea because I can't get all of them.
all right.
So
You got these 2 more. Okay.
yep, that's it.
Okay.
All right, and then I gotta get back over here. So we roll.
You didn't ask how big the forest was.
He cast Radiant Ball.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, and then that is Gimbal's turn.
All right, and then pass for your mind, and then Omen.
Alright, Omen. Okay. I cannot move Omen. Nope, it just left. Oh.
Really?
There we go.
Here.
Okay, we just 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, that's fine. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Omen gets to about there. That's as far as Omen can really fly. So that'll be
Alright.
it for Omen for now.
All right. All right, Lunala.
I don't know what to do. I will. I'm gonna walk up there and be hit with 5 breath weapons.
We can only hope.
We don't know that.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Right now, they're
I'll
quantum breath weapons. We don't know whether they do or not.
Schrodinger's
I know
one
I'm
of
not
those
really using that
weekly-
right. I understand. I know I'm not, but I like to bastardize it. Anyway, go ahead.
I've been going to this weekly quantum seminar.
Yeah. I don't doubt that
That's-
statement
that's
in the
it.
slightest. Yeah. I don't doubt that statement in the slightest.
I bought a book just to learn the math necessary to understand what they're talking about.
Right. I believe that. I also believe that.
I'll cast Sanctuary on Thunder Thump. And I will I'm actually going to How is everyone else so ahead of me? Did people like place their tokens?
No, they
Yeah,
moved. They moved before you did. I mean, some were a little bit further ahead, but
Alright,
they've
whatever.
gone before you in initiative.
I'll dash here.
Okay. Most of them dash too.
Not me.
Okay.
Well, not the monk, but monks are fast.
Not Aramat,
Well,
because I had walked ahead of the party before.
Armat was further
Yeah, I
ahead.
did that too,
Alright.
so that helped.
Mm-hmm.
And Thunder Thump will go over here and dodge. And next.
All right. Mouse Dragon 26. We'll skitter down. 15, 20, 25, 30, because I guess I need to put these guys up in the air, technically. Too many. All right, R2.
R2 is going to kind of scout over. He's already up at 50 feet. There he is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. He's going to hang out there.
Okay.
Oh, and yeah, okay.
Naren.
Alright. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I'm gonna use Ice Knife. That should be able to hit them, right?
Ice Knife will hit. You have a target, and then it hits the adjacent targets. Am I remembering that correctly offhand?
Yeah, I think it's within 5 feet or whatever.
Yep. Now let me look at that one because it's a little funky.
Also note that 6 is 15 feet in the air.
Oh yeah, there is that. So one of those is 15 feet up. So only 35 and 26.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm still. Let me use magic missile then.
All right. How many at each? Or
I'm gonna use a 4th level on this one.
okay, that's 6 missiles.
All right. So you said to do this one at a time.
Well, you
'Cause I
declare the targets all at once, and then
Right,
you roll them in sequence.
All right.
So you just nope. By declare, I mean you choose verbally. You say, I'm going to shoot three at number 35, 2 at 26, and 1 at 6, like that.
Okay, I got you. And you said I got 6, right?
You get 6. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do 3 at 26. I'm gonna do 2 at 35, and then 1 at 6.
All right. So then you're going to individually select. So select 26 first. Do the 3. Deselect him. Do the next guy. Deselect him. Do the third. Like that.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay.
All right.
Bye, Willem.
Ooh.
Down he goes.
Nice.
That'll end my turn.
All right.
Promise
Alright.
I'll get the hang of all this eventually.
Mouse Dragon 9 goes down as 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Take your time learning it, especially with
Yeah.
fantasy grounds.
Yeah, absolutely. You're totally good, Brandon. You're all good. There's a curve, and you're learning it. 15 feet, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, from inside. So inside the cabin, with the mouse dragons, mouse dragons,
Abominations, yeah.
Mises dragons, them screeching and hissing. You hear the violin suddenly go discordant and stop. And you then see scurry out the front door another mouse dragon.
Shit.
With a violin?
No, no violin. And then the same thing. Not the music already stopped, but yet another comes out. And you hear a voice from inside the cabin. It's familiar, but you don't quite recognize it. It says, "Go see what's happening to the others." Not that guy. Not that guy. Sage, you're up.
All right. Let me see. Do some measuring here real quick. If I can. Come on. Fantasy Grounds is freaking out on me.
It likes you.
That is true.
Does it sound more like Dennis or more like Elric?
Neither. You're actually, it's a. Maybe the DM didn't do the voice great. It's a little higher pitched than either one of them.
Is it the big guy?
Is it the mouse key? Oh my gosh.
Uh,
How did I make
Oh shit. What's it? I can't shoot through this tree, right? With that arrow.
If you can see the target, you can shoot. It'll have. Oh, I see. To that guy. Yeah. No, he's got. No, because the branches are higher above, and they're straight on the ground. Yeah, you can get through. The only part you can't shoot through is the part that you can't see past, like that, like over there.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Also, if you ever want to measure distance to a creature, all you have to do is target them and then hover over your own token.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. All right. I'm in the bonus action, steady aim. And then we'll take a shot at 26 there.
Stop your. I'm not telling you guys. You can quit it with the guesses.
And then got my sneak. We'll drop that. All right. Having killed that mouse dragon Stuart Little thing, I will end my turn. And Weasel's just hanging out with me.
Morticia.
All right. Let's see how close I can get. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, before, hang on, 5, 10, 15, 20. She whispers to Sage, "Do you want to be closer?"
Yeah, Sage is like, sure.
Do you trust me?
Like making he looks down. He tries to see if she's eyeing his femurs, and if she's not eyeing his femurs, then he's like, yeah, I'm into it. It's fine.
She goes over 5 feet, and she'll use her new spring step, which will teleport him 30 feet in a direction. So I suppose, can I put him like 5, 10 feet? Kind of like 30 feet ahead, but like behind that tree, so he's closer, but he's like still sneaky and behind a tree, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so like right here.
Yeah.
Cool. Does my weasel come with me?
He's on your shoulder.
Sweet.
Awesome. And that is her. Hang on, keep myself honest here. I think that's my face step is a bonus action. There's a bonus action. Yes. Okay. So I still have my action. And then she'll go.
So,
5.
because we might be establishing precedent here, if I teleport a horse, the rider comes with me?
No, familiars are different.
All right.
Fair.
Asterisk. to be answered more fully another time, but definitely no on that question. Like about why does the familiar go with? I'll have to spend some more time thinking about it out of game.
Because you're more familiar with it than a horse.
But
Duh.
I have a button. You can't just say it and then hit the button. You gotta hit the button without saying it. Yeah, well. But I'm changing.
What button?
Viciously mocking the mouse dragon. Okay, all right, I can dig it.
You don't even know what you are.
You don't even know what you are.
You're gonna give it an identity
Okay.
crisis.
All right.
And that is that'll be Morticia. She got some people into combat. She got to try out her new thing.
All right, Armand.
Okay. Select my token and it doesn't move, and
Here, let me grab you and move you a little bit. Sometimes I get stuck.
there we go. 40 feet. This one does not have elevation, so I'm assuming it's on the ground. I'm
Yep.
going to do a bonus action as soon as I can scroll down to the rage. And I'm going to cut me a mouse.
Oh no, you don't cut the mouse, you cut the cheese.
Nah. Button.
Woohoo! I miss. And I'm pushing the done button.
All right.
I did.
Yep, it just takes it a minute sometimes. All right, so before that mouse dragon goes, from the cabin, you see emerge a creature, humanoid-ish, small in size, wearing regal clothing, holding an axe. Steps out onto the veranda. He says, what's going... Oh, he looks through the trees. He says, you motherfuckers, what?
Aramat waves at him.
What? What? Not bad enough you got me run out of water deep. Now you come to my home? Oh, fuck you guys.
So you're from the Feywild.
That's his
what
full.
you're saying.
That's his full turn.
Would you say you're native to the Feywild?
We had this conversation already. He's higher CR than what you can take right now. Lest you forget. All right, finally. Oh,
So
God.
what you're saying is we polymorph him first into a lower CR creature.
And well, yeah. And then when he's no longer that creature, he's no longer affected by the flask. All right. Dragon 35. Finally. All right, he comes up to Denson and Omen and he opens his mouth. You thought it was going to be funny and say that he does something other than breathe a cone of fire? You're wrong. He breathes a cone of fire.
That's still funny.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Vincent gets to use
target himself.
evasion.
The let's see, come on. Sorry. Fancy Ground's cooperating now. There we go. Says Mouse King says, get him, Lloyd. For comedic irony. Fire breath. Owen fails, Denson makes it.
Okay, I don't take any then.
Yeah. Do you have the evasion effect on you? Let's make sure. It seems
do.
like yes, you do.
I
I
do.
see it. Okay.
It shows up on the
As long as on the tractor, it should go
Says
through. Yep.
passive
Fire breath 0. Poor Omen. Hey, at least we got the new picture.
Was it bad, Emily?
Denson.
All right, well, that was my turn. show him. There it now. It's okay. It's just being a little slow.
It got slow after the Mouse King came out. Oh, his raw power.
Him again. And an arm strike.
Why is that? Ah, I switched the mouse. What? That's not the Mouse King.
Nope, no takebacks.
No, I just had the wrong token. I was trying to give him his correct token because they've got the old artwork on the other guy, so I was trying to fix that in between turns. It's fine. You kill the Mouse Dragon. Not the
I
Mouse
like
King.
I
that
like his new art.
particular mouse dragon looked shockingly similar.
Right? He
It
says,
had a tiny little crown.
no, Bruno, he was my son. Anything else for Denson?
Oh no!
That's why we look so alike.
Actually,
In case you were wondering.
Now we're gonna get like he's only fighting to support his children. Like you can't come up with a tragic backstory once we start winning. That's bullshit.
Hey, you just came in guns blazing. You attacked first.
Did
Did
we
they-
come in guns blazing? I
Did
thought
they
we were
though?
all stealthy and
the
stuff.
fireball.
They
the
hissed
radio ball.
menacingly at us.
They hissed. They hissed at you. I can't
Holy
get off
cow.
my property. Hiss, gar. And you went, fuck you, fireball. All
I mean,
right.
that does track for us.
Anything else for
Yeah.
Denson?
No, I clicked the button. I
Ah.
thought.
And it'll get registered that time. Bruce.
Bruce will just Run, Bruce.
See Bruce run. Run, Bruce, run.
Yeah, he's gonna go up a little higher even. Which one is button does there you go. That'll be up there. And that's all he's gonna do.
All right. Mouse King at the end of your turn will take a legendary action to move. Actually, no. He's gonna he's gonna go ahead and just do a quick casting of blur.
Coward.
Not the first time he's been called that by Lunala. In the past 3 days, Gimbal, you're up. Five days, maybe a week, past week. Gimbal, you're up.
So I have a confession. First off, I couldn't find my character because I'm too far out of the action.
Okay. All right, you got him now, though.
I found him. It just took me a while the first time.
Right.
Alright. My bonus action. I like to move this guy, so 25, 30. And how far is he from him? 65 feet. Are you kidding me? Alright. And then, let me see something. What is... Yeah, I can't get that much with it. Alright.
Is the manifest mine allowing me to see stuff?
If you click on it, it's possible.
Oh, okay. I think I did that on accident. Sage has
Um,
no idea they're there.
it lets me see things, but
Right. Yeah, that's why I was confused.
while I still can, I'm gonna cast Chilled Touch.
Yeah. Well, you can cast it later. It's just not as inappropriately named. It still doesn't do cold damage. but death is chilling. So I mean, necrotic. I can at least buy into that. I feel like they made a touch spell for no good reason other than that it was misnamed.
Just to keep
What
you
if
from
before
complaining
they
about it.
errated the elementals spell, they errated chill touch and made it cold damage? Like that was top priority. Like whoops, we forgot.
Or they switched it back to ranged. Or what if Chill Touch originally in the 2014 was meant to be a touch spell that did cold damage, and it was just a mistype, but nobody wanted to admit it. Nobody would admit who did it. So like, yeah, no, we did that on purpose. Look, I love Chris Perkins, who was, I think, lead on the 2014. And Jeremy Crawford is, in my estimation, one of, if not the most astute game designers, role-playing game designers ever. That said, that's still a possibility. Nunala, you're up.
I am going to move a little bit. I'm going to move here and cast a spell.
All right. I can't get on him to see how far, so I'm just gonna. Are you
I'm
65?
Just outside 60.
Okay.
Yeah, 65.
You're at 60 according to. If you control click it.
I measured.
You measured using a drawn line. If you control click on him, it'll tell you exactly how far you are.
You moved him.
I didn't move anybody. I didn't move anybody. You moved him. Yeah, it's funny. All right. I mean, he doesn't have counterspell anyway, so it's moot. But go ahead.
All right. This is an attempt, so Arcana check, DC 16. All right. And it is haste.
Okay.
So, that spell is this. And I think I gotta put the concentration effect on as well. All right. And I'll zip down here. And I should be flanking, right? This mouse.
Looks like it to me. Fantasy Grounds should know it.
And I will do a booming blade. Wait, no. Because I cast haste. I will use a hasted action to attack regular wise.
All right.
Hitting for that much damage. Oh, so close. And then do I have any fun bonus actions? I'm gonna bonus action have Thunder Thump dash, actually. So I'm gonna reorient myself here. And then Thunder Thump will move next to the Mouse King.
All right. What? No, why you again? Hey, why? Why? Cruel.
Probably a bad idea, but he's a distraction. That's what Thunder Thump does. He's not really a fighter.
All right, R2.
Sorry.
Okay.
R2 is just gonna move over here 5, 10, 15, 20, but kind of stay out of the way.
Niren.
You're muted, by the way, Brandon, if you're talking.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot I'm mute. I was just gonna make a movement there, and then use my bone or use my action to dash. Sure. 10. I'm just gonna stay right there, and I'm just gonna end my turn.
All right. All right, Mouse Dragon 9. You hear him say, first time you hear one of them make a word, he says, Papa. And come here, and then he'll dash.
So we're killing his babies.
Papa.
11.
I picked up the kids from daycare today. Luna comes outside and sees me and goes, I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yep.
Happy to see you too.
All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, did his breath weapon recharge? I didn't roll. Let's find out. 5 or 6. No. All right. On Armot with a bite.
He
And
hasn't used his breath weapon on me, so unless they share a breath weapon.
Oh, is there the dead guy? Okay. That's all right. He's decided to claw for some reason. Bite and claw.
Okay.
Claw on Armot. Armot? I should say it right. Say it once and I'll burn it into my brain.
It says Erhamat.
Erhamat.
It says so. It says miss,
Erhamat.
and then you did damage.
Oh, that was supposed to be the attack roll. Well, so the bite missed. Here's the claw attack roll, which is a hit, which I've already rolled the damage, and then the second claw will be on Lunala.
As
But
he's
it
flanking.
rolled on himself. It rolled on himself. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Fur and squirr. All right, Mouse Dragon 22. On Denson. Bite. Why? Oh, pack tactics. Yeah. That's a hit. Claw. Claw. Hey.
Jeez. This guy's nasty.
He's mad. You hear him say, "For Papa."
Where are the other 3 papas?
All right, Mouse 14. And Denson, bite.
Jeez.
We got inspiration.
Claw. I mean, you can. Let me know if you need me to reroll any of these.
No.
Can I silvery barbs the crit?
You sure can. I'll
Oh,
just
well,
use
it's
it.
only.
It was 1 extra damage,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
right.
Never mind.
and you could.
Usually I worry more with crits, but it's okay.
If it's the big guy,
Little,
then
little guys.
be a little more worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take, because we're even a little past. Let us take a bio. It is 10:23 Eastern U.S. time. Sorry, 11. God. It is 11:23 Eastern U.S. time. Let's come back around 11:33:35 in there somewhere.
Sounds good.
Sounds
See you in a
good.
bit.
Party emergency.
Intrigued. Something about hawks and eagles and this. So
Yeah,
seriously,
when-
are you saying that the eagle sound is fake? It's actually a hawk.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the,
so the
like the very
yeah,
dramatic,
like that sound.
like
yeah,
from the movies.
not an eagle. Eagles do
No.
not make that sound.
Really?
True
Eagles-
story.
Yeah,
True
eagles
story.
are like pathetic pigeon sounds.
It's
But
so
we needed
interesting.
something that was like more dramatic and like
Yeah.
"Rah, America," but they just make a little you know.
Yeah.
But that's a hawk sound.
I
that,
hate how
"Ah!"
fitting that is.
You all know that, of course, that the turkey was nearly the national bird. Franklin.
Yes,
Yep.
wanted the
and he
turkey.
had great reasons for it, but
Mhm.
they looked too silly. But I think he had some good reasons. I'm with
Yeah.
Franklin on this one.
Yeah, I agree. Bird of prey was not the best choice. I don't know. Different times.
As you'll likely be aware, the United States is one of
All right.
the world's
Make sure the stream, everybody is, that we're back on. There we are. All right. Sage is up.
Yeah, Sage is gonna hide behind
Chicken.
this tree.
Chicken shit.
Stage is gonna stage.
I
Did you
don't
just
know.
call my character chicken shit?
I don't know where that came from. I don't pretend to know where that came from.
Call my character chick.
I got 24 minutes left on my birthday. I figure I got leeway to just be the complete asshole. And you all will overlook it.
Sage, about to make what is by all accounts a strategic and class appropriate move.
And
Suddenly feels
Brave Sir Robin.
suddenly feels the divine disapproval from some unnamed cosmic being.
A class appropriate action.
Roll, class appropriate. Nah.
It's like as opposed to Lunala, it takes very class inappropriate action.
Well, I mean, you don't even need to qualify the class, right? No, it's just inappropriate actions.
Inappropriate. indeed.
Yeah, I mean, they're on enough levels that you don't really even have to signify.
Hides and then I'm getting confused on what I can see. I'm gonna go here actually. Hide sneaks around the tree, got a 25. I think that beats the passive perception of the two mouse dragons. I'm gonna take a shot at.
Well, now that they're aware of
22.
you, they would make a check.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean, I don't think they can they can't hit it, so you're good.
They would
Yeah,
have
you're
to use their
goddamn
action
right.
to make that check.
Because this chicken shit rogue knows what he's doing.
That's right. I only said it because Tony keeps calling the Mouse King a coward.
That's fair. To be clear, I'm not actually upset. It was fun.
I hope not. But if you were, I do apologize. But yeah.
And he's going to take a shot at 22 there. Got advantage toggled on. There we go. Then we'll drag the damage. Hell yeah. And then he's going to bravely run away. Yeah, exactly.
strategically
Class
maneuver.
appropriately run
Class
away.
appropriately.
And that will be both Sage's and Ayla's turn.
All right. You know what? We're just going to do this for now. Hello. Okay. Morticia.
All right. We're gonna go 5, 15, 25, 30. We are going to target Denson. I just have one target. Yes, good. Going to do. Let's do a second level, and I drew. Yes, excellent.
You know, speaking of the
Really weird.
metric system, back when I was a kid, we were supposed to be converted to the metric system by 1980.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Reagan took over and said, nope, Although that was after 80, so I think there was some delay before that by people who didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Americans have never delayed anything.
It'll happen.
Except change. We're not fond of change on average. So we do tend to put that off. So that I will say that makes sense. If we're delaying it, it's not because we're not going to fucking do it anyway. Like the metric system.
There you go.
Fahrenheit is for humans.
Fahrenheit is for you.
Celsius is for
What?
water.
Wait, what? I missed that part of the conversation.
It was a professor was making fun of Celsius, and a student made an impassioned defense of Fahrenheit, saying Fahrenheit is for humans, Celsius is for water. If it's a human thinks 100 is hot and 0 is cold.
What do we use for the weather? Because that's what I most often use it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. So if I'm talking about temperature, and I'm not a chemist or even a cook anymore, chef, I'm talking about temperature. I'm talking about how hot it is outside. What am I supposed to do? Should I be using Celsius for that one, or should I use Fahrenheit?
The rest of the world uses Celsius.
Well, I know, but like, according to that student, I guess, because he's listening to things that I would almost, or they're pocket cases. You know, how often I mean, if I'm sick, I might say, oh, my temperature is such and such.
I feel like this also comes from the mentality that the weather is in fact about me. It's not about science. It is about me and how the weather makes me feel.
Correct.
Which is why when it is 40 degrees out in the spring, everyone puts on shorts because then it's warm. But if it's 60 degrees in the middle of summer, it's cold and we all put on jackets.
I want to say something here that would be completely incorrect about Einstein and relativity. And is the quote actually attributed to him when he's talking about time being relative about, what is it when you're, I don't know, I'll find it. I'll tell you, I'll figure it out myself. Anyway.
I like how we're just shooting the shit and Armad is
He's
just
kicking ass.
blasting
He's like,
these
yeah,
rats. Just kicking the shit out of him.
I can work.
Oh no, you're doing your job. You're doing great.
The mouse says, please, God, no, we surrender. Take it all. Whatever you want. Leave my children be. Throws himself to the ground and starts begging Thunderthump for mercy.
Really?
Yeah.
The king does?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sure. If he surrenders.
Yeah.
I thought you were being facetious.
No, like, you guys kicked his ass once. Yeah, make your insight as much as you want. Absolutely, roll it. Let me see what you get. I mean, it's easy enough to tell. He's wishing he'd worn his brown pants today.
Well, maybe he can help us.
What do you want?
We honestly,
Anything?
we weren't out to get the Mouse King.
After we murdered his kids.
Yeah, help us get out of his hair.
Okay,
Yeah,
what do you want? What do you want?
A shield guardian
I don't
to
have
go
one.
with this amulet.
I have one with a warehouse in Waterdeep, but they ran me out of Waterdeep after I lost everybody so much money because of you guys.
How do
We're
you
not
get
here
back and
for a
forth?
shield guardian. You might be, but we're not.
Is the forest heart this away? Where's the forest heart?
Or the druid.
Forest
Or
Heart.
the druid. Yeah.
I
Or
don't
any
know.
magical artifacts you might have in that tent.
I just got back a couple of days ago, and I came, and my cabin was like all weird. And then I found these mice, and I woke up the next morning, and they were dragon mice. And I think, I'm not positive, but I think the unseelie fae may have done some weird things here.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we hear.
Say.
You think? I think so.
I thought these dragon mice were your kids.
They called me daddy when they hold on.
Got him again.
They called me daddy.
Oh man.
They call me daddy.
He's gone. He just left. We're going back to the seafood restaurant.
when they turned into dragon things, they they said, Papa. They thought I was there. I mean, and I took care of them, but it's been a day and a half. We weren't like real close.
Otherwise, Gimbal had some logistical questions about the fathering of these.
I was like, did the mouse sleep with just like a really small dragon, like a fairy dragon or something? Like how?
Pseudo dragon.
Should
Yeah.
we tame it?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I just read the fucking quote. My own. Okay, sorry. Repeat that.
They were talking about you and a pseudo dragon and offspring.
All right. No, nothing like that. I don't really know what happened. I think it might have something to do with the unseelie, but yeah, they were kind of cool and all, but I mean, they weren't, we weren't that
Cool.
attached.
It
They liked my violin playing.
was good playing.
Yeah.
So
Did you
know
follow
about
me
the
here?
heart
Did
of
you
the
come to
coast?
kill me? Is that what's going on?
no,
Well, we're trying to get back home, and we're trying to find this heart of this forest and this druid fellow, corn
forest heart.
shadowbark.
Forest heart. Yeah, the forest heart. It's the Sealy Fae. They got something. Well, it's a ways away, but I don't think they're here anymore. I think it's just the Unseelie.
Yeah, that's what we heard. It's just the unseelie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we ask about if he knows where that druid is? I can't remember the druid's name.
Shadowbark.
Shadowbark. Yeah.
Ah,
Shadowbark.
Shadowbark. Yeah. I do.
Shadowfax?
Shadowfax. Blake, was it you who was talking about the Fortunate Son and how you can put it over any combat scene? Was somebody else
I don't
talking?
think so. That's funny though.
The song Fortunate Son, I put it in the music movies channel and games channel on the Discord. The old, not CCR, it was whoever it was. Anyway, and you know it from a couple places.
Springfield.
Yeah, you know it from a couple
Oh,
places.
Springfield. There we go.
What did they do it originally? No. Anyway, you know it from the Forrest Gump movie. You know it from, if you're my age, you know it from 8-track cassette. And then I forget what the third place I thought it was, but like it fits over like, that scene in Forrest Gump where they're in the firefight. And somebody pointed out a video that somebody did with, it's from Rogue One, the big battle in Rogue One, but Fortunate Son playing in the background. And somebody else suggested, hey, they should put one together that with Gandalf riding with the Riders of Rohan in Two Towers. So,
Oh yeah.
so somebody get on that. Okay. Yeah, he's not far from here. I could take you to him. It's not a trick. You're not just gonna, just fucking with me. You're not gonna you didn't come here to just mess with me. I mean, you ruined my life. You ruined my life. I mean, let's be
Ruined my
honest.
life.
Yeah. You
Wait
just
a
killed
minute,
my,
no.
we weren't that close, but you killed my friends, these little fellas. Look, they weren't that bright and it's okay, but like, are you sure you're not just gonna
Yeah.
Why
have
can't
no
you just build more friends?
You still have two.
We didn't ruin your life. We didn't set up a fight between us and you. That was that
That's Boss
boss down
Lyle.
We
yeah.
we weren't even told we were going to fight you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. Follow me. And I just start, assuming you're going to let him. He says, come on, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Yeah.
All right. So he takes you a little ways further in. And
Roll for initiative.
nope. No.
A slightly smaller mouse with a slightly bigger axe. They just keep going.
Mouse Kings all the way down.
Right. It's the mouse duke,
Nesting doll.
the mouse archduke next.
Yeah, like Andy's background.
Feywild nesting
Yeah.
doll.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Tech issue here. Here we go. Now it's up. My campaign notes stock wanted to. Oh,
Be
come
shared
on.
with us.
No, it just
It's okay. You just need to drag it over into the screen that you're streaming.
Oh,
And
okay. I see. No,
It was worth a try.
it was. It was. Okay, so almost there. All right, so as you move closer into the, it's not the Gloom Grove. Hello, wow. You know, this "Call Me Daddy" thing just got, and that's not what he even said, is it? It's not what he said, but I mean, I'm
No,
throwing.
you did say daddy. You did say
Yeah.
daddy. We heard it.
Yeah.
It's another
Yes,
mug.
Daddy.
That's another mug right there. Corey and I are going to have to build a new shelf by the end of this campaign.
For all the mugs, yeah.
For all the mugs he's built again.
See, now it's stuck again.
That's what he said.
Mm. It has to have a flared base. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. Okay. Gloom Grove, gloaming the place. As you move further in, the Mouse King is moving fairly adeptly. Continue, he moves across the landscape like it's home. Although every now and again, he'll look at a plant and say, "Ugh, you got ugly." As you move further in, the forest gets denser and more corrupted, and you come to sort of a dead end. The Mouse King stops and says, there should be a way through here somewhere, I think. I don't, and guys, I'm not messing with you, I promise.
I can
Don't.
help. Like, is it like a wall or something?
Well, you've
Like-
hit like there's a thicket where there's no more path. He's like,
Oh, is it just ahead, but there's a thicket in the way?
he says, yeah, well, we should be able to go straight through there, but as you can see, it's thorny and all that sort of things. I'm not sure
Oh.
if we can get all the way around or anything.
Oh,
Bob?
I can cast Wither and Bloom, and it will
Wait.
wither all of the plant life.
Give me a second here, and
Oh, okay.
Arhamat just tries to fly straight up to see if we can see an opening or a round,
Oh, that's a good idea.
or if
Alright.
there's too many branches.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's the canopy is significant. Give me a perception check as you're coming up the canopy first.
Come on, persuasion.
Come on, persuasion. So you see, not in the immediate vicinity, but nearby-ish, up in the air, above the canopy, you see a number of large creatures. They look like sort of like rock, ROC rocks.
Yep.
The giant birds, but they are. Whereas a rock, well, here, let me get, for those of you who may not know, get a picture of a rock here just to get a visual.
They're like vultures, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but they tend to look, they're fairly brightly colored, right? Because they don't have a whole lot of predators. They are gargantuan in size. Some with wingspans of 100 feet, the bigger ones. You see,
The original monster manual had a picture of them with an elephant in one claw.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And, but these are, rather than sort of being that sort of colorful, almost tropical look, these look more, imagine if the rock, instead of being a tropical bird, were based on a raven. So pitch black, sort of the raven beak, razor sharp claws. And there are at least half a dozen within sight, pretty much every direction, flying over top of the forest. Now, you've managed to spot them before you escape the canopy. Do you want to risk going up? And if so, if you're going to try not to be seen, I'll need a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm trying to roll around my cat. He's decided to sit right where my mouse is. I'm trying to be stealthy.
All right. Okay. Yeah, one that's nearby, and he's probably still several hundred feet. As you come up above the canopy, give me another perception to see if you can see the path forward. And then you see that this particular raven rock turns toward you and starts to move, like he's just seen, like a little canary that's just seen a worm on the ground. He's gonna go get it.
Yeah. And this canary's probably going to drop straight through the canopy down.
This canary carries elephants in its claws. But you do manage to see. So immediately in front of where the Mouse King was taking you is about maybe 100 feet of, and it is thick thorns. And was it not Sleeping Beauty?
Briar Rabbit?
No, the
Rapunzel?
one with the dragon, and the guy has to fight,
That
through the
was Sleeping
thorns.
Beauty.
Was
Yeah,
it
that was
Sleeping
Sleeping
Beauty?
Beauty.
Okay. Yeah, the Disney, it's like that, like thick, thorny vines, probably 100 feet worth. But beyond that, you see a clearing, and the clearing looks uncharacteristically verdant. It's brighter lit, and the plants don't seem to be sort of the either angry plants or emaciated plants. Possibly the sort of the grove within the grove of that druid. But that rock is definitely coming your direction.
Oh, yeah, no.
Is
I-
it
I-
possible that this is an illusion and we can just walk through?
I stop flying and drop straight down, and then I'm going to try to open my wings lower when I'm lower just to not take fall damage and circle to reduce my speed.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You can drop down sort of quickish.
Okay. So, and I give them the details about the thorns and 100 yards and all that. And, oh, by the way, be quiet because there's a big, huge raven coming our way. One or six, but
Morticia hears what Naren says about it being an illusion and takes a rat out of her hat and throws it at the brambles.
So that she throws the rat at the brambles, and the rat impacts straight on probably a 6-inch bramble, and it impales it straight through the neck. He dies fast in pain and relatively without suffering.
Oh, okay. There's our answer.
So
who
better
are we
you than
throwing
me.
next?
I think it's safe to say you ain't walking through.
So, we can make a lot of noise and attract the big ravens up there. Mouse King, did you know about those ravens?
Says, I haven't left the cabin. Shit's
Yeah,
weird.
that's
Shit's
probably-
weird right now, man.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. Shit.
I mean, if we go through, they're going to notice us. Maybe we can, I don't know. Is there a spot
well, if
where
we
we
can-
have relative cover?
If we can hack our way through these brambles, they're not going to be able to get at us.
That's true. I mean, if they're
Give me
just
perception to look for a place like where you might have sufficient cover that you wouldn't be like within claw reach.
Arhamat's not looking.
Oh, yeah,
he's-
Sage.
He's doing a private discussion with the Mouse King.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Sage, there is actually it's adjacent or sort of off to the side, but of where the wall of the thicket, the thorns are. There's like a little alcove where you think you could all squeeze in without having to impale yourselves on thorns. And it's far enough in and down that A, you're probably not likely to be terribly seen, and then B, probably without significant troubles, if the thing were to come in, it's not going to be able to grab you.
Yeah, Sage points it out, starts heading that way.
Aaron follows Sage.
You're welcome to join
Yeah,
us,
me
Mouse
too.
King.
Well, he's right behind Sage. He's like, yeah, come on, let's go. Everybody quiet.
Hey, Corey, I think you were talking about the Lord of the Rings scene, right? A little prophetic. I think we're hiding from the ring wraiths. The flying ring
Yes.
wraiths.
All right. Well, is anybody not hiding? Okay. Everyone give me stealth checks, please.
Any chance we'd get like an advantage or anything because we're in this alcove?
No, the reason you get the roll is because you're in the alcove.
Fair enough.
May I give myself guidance on this?
Yes, you're casting the spell as you move toward the alcove.
Jet rolls.
Well, I'm assuming they don't see us yet, and it's not guidance isn't like an
Yeah, exactly.
incredibly
Right.
noisy.
You've got a couple rounds, and I mean, and you can. It'll last for that first roll, absolutely. All right.
It's
Man.
a 9.
Look how quiet Thunder Thump is.
Well
Thunder
oiled.
Thump is literally the quietest person here.
For
Good
real?
for-
Am I looking at the numbers I'm really looking at? You guys are just you're determined, apparently. Okay.
Thunder Thump looks at everyone like embarrassed.
Yeah, like. All right. Well.
God, I rolled a 3.
Interesting development.
Can we say for flavor that the
interesting.
Sealy Fae did in fact put pillows on Thunder Thump's feet, and that
I mean-
is why.
Right? I mean, like, yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Now it's more like Pillow Thump instead of Thunder Thump.
There you go.
There you go. All right. So your alcove is behind there. Let me hit share. And I have put the familiars at the back end of sort of where your little alcove is. Go ahead and position yourselves towards the familiars back there on the other side of the pink line.
Is the pink line where we entered from?
The pink line is where you're entering your little hovel, your little
Lock.
Sorry.
safe space. Yeah.
So the pink line is the entrance of the safe space, and in
Yes.
here is okay. Gotcha. Tisha's gonna be like right there. That makes sense. Before we continue, I'm assuming that Bless has worn off.
Yes. Yeah. All right. I know here. Let me make the lines a little more visible for you guys because I know they're a little rough.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There we go.
And where are these brambles?
So, I will. Come on.
They're in the Feywild.
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically, how would I want to? I'll ping. So the path that he wanted to go through was up here. But it stops pretty much right there. Okay, that's where the brambles and thorns are. Everything past that, and then this, of course, is the alcove, and then this is where you came from to the west.
So is that a path up to the northwest?
From the air, you could see it. It is, but not one that would lead toward that grove. It double backs around.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
All right. So,
Well, before anything happens, I would like to cast Beacon of Hope, if possible.
last 1 minute. So I need to have a description of when you would cast it. Like, are you going to cast it when you see the rock come down through the canopy, or because you definitely can. You definitely can do it.
If he comes down and he notices us, like, and then it's apparent that he's coming towards us.
All right.
Can I prepare a similar action with Blast or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys can have ready actions.
Okay.
So I have a question for the group. Is our plan to like hang out here and hope they leave, or do we want to get through the brambles?
Both.
Is it possible to start like working towards that through this alcove,
Does that
like and around while we're in here instead of being out in the open, or would that not be possible? Like,
Well, I
mean-
think
you know,
we're not out in the open. Like we're inside an alcove that's covered from above, right?
Well, I have this very convenient candle that can make us disappear for like an hour. Oh,
I really am surprised you gave that item away. I think it's such a cool item. Like, I would not have been able to keep the item anywhere near as long as you guys did without using it, just because ooh, shenanigans and fun. That's just, you know.
well, that's the thing is with one-use items, I'm always like
Yep. It's the trap.
waiting for the right time, you know?
I'm just saying.
I think that's like a player psychology thing.
Yep.
so
Yeah, and I'm a terrible player. I'll be the first person to, like, you don't want me at your table. Like all of the
disagree.
bad, like, you know how when I say there are no bad players, are very few, like there's only a handful that are truly unredeemable as players. Hi, that's me. And yeah, and I'm at least 3 of the major stereotypes, not the least of which is chaos agent.
Stinky.
And
I'll let you know, I never, at any point, did I ever forget about it.
oh, that
It
I'm
just
certain of.
never seemed like it would help.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, we wake up like, 2 hours later and there are more red caps.
Right.
Yeah.
So this, and because this was an impromptu map, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm actually going to scoot everybody back. If you would go diagonally to the south and east 2 squares. Yes, I realize there are trees there, and I'm gonna turn off the line of sight. But this was sort of an impromptu map, and as far as him reaching in, that's a thing. So
I'm gonna be cutting for his feet if he does.
yep. So like that's about where he could theoretically get through. I mean, he so you do see him come down through the canopy. So everybody's ready actions can go off. Sage, you're going to be, because again, you guys are covered from above at that point. You can see him, but it's going to be 3/4 cover, so it'll be -5.
forgot to do that. Hang on.
good.
That's so I meant to. Yeah, if he seems if he comes at us, I want to fire. If he's just, I don't care if I see him, but if he starts
Okay.
coming at us,
All right. The others said once they see him, if he enters the canopy and comes your direction, like you're still not even sure if he can get to you.
I'm cutting anything that's big that comes into this hole.
Yep.
And the Mouse King's not big, so I'm not cutting him.
I'm a readied thing is going off, a Mizium thing, so I'm gonna roll for it. It's DC 14, unless
Okay.
this guy has counterspell.
No, you're good.
And I cast Earthbind. Strength saving throw. DC 16.
damn,
Oh man.
damn.
Look at
This
that.
thing's huge.
They're beefy
Well, he's-
boys. They're
he's
beefy
coming
boys.
out of it now.
Let me can I silvery barbs it?
Not a ready act. Can you serve Barb?
Oh.
No, because you've already used your reaction by readying an action.
All right. DM inspiration it.
That
I
you
really
can
want it to
do.
work.
All right, that you can do. Let me get back to the Raven Rock.
Rock and Raven. Toot, toot,
Doodle-dee-dee.
toot. Caw, caw,
All right.
caw, caw, caw.
Never mind.
All right. Sage, you are up first. He's about, it's about 30 feet away. From there, if you do fire a shot, it's at a -5. You can keep a ready to action if he gets like under half cover or no cover, you could ready an action to fire at him then if you wanted to. He will have to be behind, from where you're at. The minimum you're going to have is at least half cover because you have people in front of you. So it'll be a -2 once he gets closer.
Yeah, I will wait until he is at half cover.
Okay.
And then I will shoot. When that time comes, because we're not in initiative.
We
but
are.
Can I roll with advantage? Oh, okay. If I don't move. Okay, then I can still roll. Okay, gotcha.
Did you roll initiative?
Did I have you roll initiative?
No.
Didn't I?
No.
Same as last time.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Then everybody roll initiative. Sorry.
Okay. That's why I was ready.
That's on me. No, that's on me. My apologies. Now, those of you that have familiars, go ahead and go into your familiar sheet, which is on your cohorts tab. And then you're going to open up your cohort, your creature, by clicking on the green, the aqua. If you guys can hold off on burning dice for a minute while everybody's clicking on their familiars, that's okay. Totally okay. It bogs the screen for a minute. Definitely want you to be able to do that here in a second. Go into your familiar, and then you're going to make where it says Dex, you're going to make where it says C or S, you're just going to single click the C. Tell me your familiar's name and what you get for initiative for them.
Bruce has 20.
Ayla
Bruce has 20. I'm sorry, next.
Ayla is 18.
All right. All right, next.
Raven 2 is at 17.
All right, and next.
Thunder Thump's at 13.
Right, and Manifest Mind was with Gimbal. Oh, he's already at 14. Nice.
Omen is dead.
Omen. How many is Omen?
Dead.
Deed. Oh, yeah. Right on. All right, so Sage is up first. Sage is going to ready his action. Once he's got half cover, you're going to take the shot. Am I hearing you right?
Correct.
Okay.
It looks like I have 2 blesses on.
You know what? Here, I'm going to advance the rounds here. Hang tight. It'll. It's going to remove Beacon of Hope and that was a mistake. I'm going to advance the rounds, and then once I am done, I'm going to need both Morticia and Naren to do their ready spells again. My apologies. I wasn't thinking quite correctly there. And I'll let you know when, because not quite yet.
This time, just so everyone knows, everyone else except, well, all the player characters except Morticia have Bless because I'm casting it at my 5th level spell slot.
All right.
Understood. Thank you.
All right. Did we get it all? Nope. One more to go. And it's gonna, there it goes. Nope. One more. Okay. Yep. They're all off. Okay. You two go ahead and put your effects back on. My apologies.
Okay.
I'll wait while you do. And I'm going to move him off for targeting purposes. Okay. Everybody good?
I think so.
Yep.
All right.
I don't see. There it goes. Okay.
All right. Sage, then. You are readying your action. Go ahead and pass. Denson will be up.
Done.
Let's see. Well, it's not coming at us yet, so
It's on its way. It's coming towards you. Whether or not it's going to be able to break through the brambles, or how long it's going to take them, or you know what, you're not sure yet.
oof. Okay. I'll do patient defense again.
Excuse me.
Sage,
And then
Sage is
ready in
again
action.
shouting, "Just punch it!"
Well, I'm ready in action to attack it if it comes within range.
Fair enough. Sage was sensing some monkey hesitation there, so
No, I'm not just gonna run out to him.
Monkey
I gotta wait for him.
hesitation.
you don't call Denson a chicken shit for not running out, but
I was working up to it. I'm more scared of him than I am you.
that's fair. He's a much better player than I am.
He's older and wiser than I am. Old age and cunning will outlast youth and strength every time. Denson, are you all set? Couldn't pass if you are. Arhamat. There, I'm getting it. Stephen,
Hamat.
Arhamat. Okay.
I am withholding my action until he decides to stick his pecker in.
And if he sticks his pecker in, are you gonna?
Cut him.
Bruce?
Or his claw.
Bruce?
Bruce is staying in the back.
Bruce?
Wrong, Bob.
Anything for Bruce?
Oh, yeah, he's just gonna hang back.
All right.
Stay out of the way.
All right.
Hang from the tree.
Ayla's done too. Ayla's hanging.
R2, same thing. Hanging.
Yeah, for the time being.
All right. All right. The Raven Rock is next and gonna fly down. Can get there. Yeah. Make sure I'm in squares here. There we are. And is 10-foot reach. Everybody's close enough inside, so he's not able to get at you with his beak. Now, some people had readied shots, ready ranged attack at a minimum, I know.
So he can't get his pecker in.
Currently, he's unable to get his beak through the without having. So what he does is actually he starts pecking away with his pecker at some of the bramble, and he manages to clear a single square worth. Go ahead and take your rated action shot, Sage,
Yep.
and
Sage pulls back. Goes, "I really hope you're mean." Takes a shot. Oh, horrible roll. Still hit. Amazingly.
Plus.
Yeah. Yep.
Plus,
I say amazingly as if it wasn't plus. Yeah, exactly. It's plus.
actually you'd hit him anyway. I don't mean to be the.
Huh?
No.
All
it's
right.
plus.
So he can move 5 feet further in after smashing. So let me give you some actual parameters again because this was an on-the-fly map. So there.
is he on the ground?
He is on the ground. Okay. Morticia. Now he does just so you're aware, he will have between him and you all is part half cover because the way he has to dig at it and such.
Okay.
Morticia's up.
All right. Morticia's gonna clear targets first. She's gonna target this guy. She's going to call him an overgrown pigeon.
That's foul.
I mean, really, guys, this pecker, you had to go for the low-hanging fruit. You couldn't. Come on, we're a little more classy than that, right?
We're just making our way insulting magical animals throughout this entire realm.
And then cover doesn't matter if it's just something that can just they need to be able to hear me.
If it's a if it's a saving throw, it doesn't affect it unless it's total cover.
Okay. She's gonna do dissonant whispers to see if she can get it to fly away. Yes, we like to see it. Does that. And then must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, fire pit. Yeah. So it has to move its full speed away from us, so hopefully giving us a little bit of time to back up or something. And that, I'm just gonna back up just a smidgen, and that is Morticia. Mark off that spell slot.
Gimbal.
So it had no move left.
How far does it move?
What do you mean? It had to use its full action to clear one spot for it to move.
But it now has to use its reaction to move away.
Yep.
Oh, I missed that part. Dude. Oh, he has to 120 feet.
Oh.
That's too.
Bye.
Sage is flipping it off behind Morticia's shoulders.
And like Gimbal, give me an insight, like as you kind of look up there and see what's going on.
Well, I'm outside, so yeah, I can see. I'm not
Yeah.
outside. I can see outside. Yeah.
You can see through. Give me. I'll take nature, or I'll take animal handling or insight, either one.
Oh, I have my thing blocked. Sorry. We're gonna do it in there.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty sure he's just gonna keep flying. That these little worms were not worth the effort. So I mean, I guess you guys could pursue him if you want.
Nah.
If you really want, maybe you kill him. Maybe there are salvageable parts. Maybe you take his giant pecker, and maybe
he's
there's
like a shield guardian earlier. And
maybe there's value
find
in
it.
maybe there's value in a giant pecker. You could find somebody in a
Giving
city
dinner.
to
Could he
purchase.
bring at 120 feet? Could he like flag his rock friends and come down with the whole
His
fucking
pal,
I
army?
mean-
another friend.
There's plenty of other worms. He's not worried about
Okay.
a few angry little
All right.
worms. Yeah, honestly, he could theoretically, but he doesn't.
Sage looks at Gimbal as like the smallest. He's like, I'm not fighting anything. If he wants to go, he can go.
He doesn't.
So
he
even
doesn't.
though I'm pretty sure it flew away, I'm still because Gimble's kind of a scaredy cat anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my action and cast through my manifest mind at the bramble so that we can get through. I'm gonna cast a bonfire at it to try to light these brambles on fire so that we can pass.
All right.
Is it straight up 120 feet?
No, it's diagonal. It's 120 out because it has to move away. In his mind, it's moving diagonally up to the canopy and then over. So.
And then that is my turn.
All right. All right. We'll stay in initiative then for a minute. See what you guys got in your mind. So I'll go ahead and let's do this. Let's do.
Pickled chicken's feet. Those are tasty.
Let's do that, and then there. Okay. All right. Now we have actual distances. Lunala.
I mean, I don't want to throw spell slots at it if it doesn't have a shield guardian.
I mean, there is nothing to indicate that there's nothing to indicate that there is no shield guardian inside his stomach.
Except the lack of my amulet pinging it.
That's
so
true. That's true.
I'll just pass. I
We
don't
don't know
ask
what it's
everyone.
got in its pecker.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, just think of all the different uses for that pecker. Don't even. Oh no. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'll let one of you figure that out. All right, we stay in initiative. If we are, Naren, it's your turn. If we're not, somebody tell me. Put me out of my misery.
I mean, I'm just kind of holding off and just seeing what everyone else does.
All right.
So,
Anybody have an intention to give this thing chase?
no.
Go fish.
All right.
Nope.
Okay. So, I love this approach, Gimbal. with the fire, and it starts burning a little bit, and but the Mouse King comes up to you and grabs you by the lapels and starts to shake you. Says, "Are you mad? Stop it! You'll draw all of the attention from everything." Nah, I mean,
Howard.
You got good cover.
Man, does the Feywild have therapists? This guy takes one L. This man takes one L and he falls apart.
well, look, I mean, for months he had been like the champion down there, the big wig. People doted on him. They made lots of money. He was the big guy. And he got beat, and all these important people lost all this money, and they're like, yeah, we're going to take it out of your hide. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, man, I thought we were chill. And they're like, no, we're not chill, dude. You cost us all our money, and we're mean people. And so he's like, okay, I'm out. And he ran so far away.
He ran.
And he found a fairy circle near a camp. And said, hey, I wonder if this goes to the Feywild. He went through, found a bunch of dead red caps. He said, what the fuck happened here? He said, well, okay, I know where I am. I'm going home.
Found a dragon. Things started off slow, but we heated up.
He was persistent.
Feel like making love.
This reminds me of the meme with Donkey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just
exactly.
gonna
That's what
throw
mine
in
went.
one in. I was about to put that meme in right now.
Yeah.
Assuming Gimbal puts the fire out, Sage will like kind of elbow Morticia and be like, "You still got that spell?"
Well, I do. I don't know if I have enough spell slots to clear it. I could use a bunch of spell slots to clear, and then we could like take out the
Yeah.
tiny hut and have a long rest under this thing, and then like clear some more, or we could just hack at it. You know.
Just 100. Was it Bob? Was it feet or yards that it's 100?
About 100 feet. So you can clear, as an action, you could clear a single square, chopping at it with some sort of a sharp weapon.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, you guys could
said-
get through it. It's gonna be a bit of a slog, and ideally, and it'll make a hell of a lot of noise. I mean, it's not gonna send up smoke, at least, but
Light it all on fire.
he's just set it on fire, dude. That is like every wizard ever. Just set it on fire.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I mean, I think-
To the hammer, everything looks like a nail.
That's right. When you have
Yeah.
fireball, everything looks combustible.
Yeah,
Yes, but
Wither
it
and
is
Bloom.
fire.
Wither and Bloom is a 10-foot radius sphere. So like, if I could, I do not have 10 spell slots, but I could get.
Well, radius,
spell
it's
slots
going to
in.
give you 20, so it'd be 5. You would need 5 of them because a 10-foot radius sphere looks like.
I mean, I have 9 spell slots, so I probably could do. Yeah, I could do that.
That's
I
a
might
lot to
wanna-
ask you to burn, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we
Yeah.
could like get most of the way there, and then maybe pull out the tiny hut and then rest, and then like.
Hey, Mouse
Go the
King,
rest
does
of the way.
does the
Wake up.
brambles grow back?
There's what?
Do the brambles grow back if you damage them?
They didn't used to be there. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
They're longer than we are.
I'll use a.
Yeah, but like a day. Like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've been at home
use-
playing with dragons.
Okay, so that's the thing is like he's been back a day. He came back really sad and dejected, which means he went 100% booty called. Like he opened his phone, he found the first contact, and he hit call.
He's like, yeah. I wonder
Dude
what
needed to pick me
I
up.
wonder what Thoramax is up to these days. And yeah, he hits up his old flame get it flame because dragons fire. I don't know.
Ah,
Okay, you know what?
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was freaking hilarious. Those of you watching on the stream, thank you. We will see you all. Come back next week for more peckers and anuses.